Hey!
Hey!
What's happening? Are we live? Yeah.
Yeah, we are. We are now. You all right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
does that mean we can't swear and be naughty and stuff like that?
No.
Okay.
Can we play something good now?
Oh, I was waiting for that.
I really like this. It's an encyclopedia. It's like...
You're the,
I know, it was really cool. Did you see the time machine? Yeah.
you're the only man who can make an encyclopedia exciting.
Yeah, I will give you that. You actually sold me on a Philips CDI. You make it sound interesting.
Not only that, I actually convinced someone about 15 minutes ago to go and buy it.
Yeah, we saw.
So I've just managed to enable Q&A. So feel free to use that too.
I'm pretty sure I already know what the prototype you're talking about is. Am I allowed to say, or do we have to keep quiet and wait for everyone else to guess?
Maybe give it like another 2 minutes because I did say 1:45, and then you can.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I've got some other questions and comments that I've not read out yet either as well, so I'm trying to get on top of those.
See, I told you. Sorry, he's playing a Master System game.
Oh, sick. Nice. Did you guys watch most of the first bit then?
We didn't see all of it, but we did see quite a bit of it. Like when the encyclopedia was like talking about whales, and then you were on about volcanoes, and when you said you were learning stuff about whales, I got quite excited until I realised you're talking about the sea mammal. I thought you were on about our whales.
There's always next time.
Come around, Beth.
Definitely. Next time we should talk about sheep.
Yeah, can do.
Yeah. Interesting article I read in the news the other day that really helped nail the stereotype home. Apparently, there was a sheep brothel run by some Welsh farmer that got closed down.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I know. Anyway, on the topic of CDI, do you have the Zelda games?
Yes, mate.
Why haven't you played them? Yeah,
I did right at the start. I played a bit of Zelda Wind and Gamelon.
Yeah, which ones do you own?
I only have the one because Zelda's Adventures is it goes for like 200 quid plus and it's horrendous.
There's Link the Fate. You got is that the Wand of Gamelon?
That's the Wand of Gamelon. Yeah.
The Pieces of Evil is.
Can you not burn the discs then?
I think so. Yeah. Oh yeah, you have. Yeah,
you can, but these were bought for me years ago when I was young. So
those are so cool. I would do anything for them.
What for these?
Anything, Dan. Anything.
Want to have these?
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, because it's like, even though like they're technically bad, people, this it's still like a really obscure Zelda thing. So for me, it's kind of cool. I like that.
So does that mean you're planning on at some point getting a CDI? Is that what it is?
Well, it depends if I can get them, really, doesn't it? And Hotel Mario as well. Got to get Hotel Mario.
Well, I think you've probably seen me show it before, haven't you? You've probably seen me show it before.
You know what they say? All toasters toast toast.
Pretty much. I hope you got lots of spaghetti.
Yeah, oh god. I hope you got lots of spaghetti. There's another cool game on the CDI that I was really interested in. I think they showed it on GameSack. It's like it's a platformer, like a wizard, and you like jump in vertically up in a tower. I can't remember what it's called. It wasn't The Apprentice, was it? I don't know. It's very colourful though, and you wouldn't think it looks like a CDI game because it's a really good-looking like platformer.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know there's one called The Apprentice, which was like a wizard that kind of would jump from platform to platform.
It's very colourful and very graphic. Have I got it to hold it up to the screen?
No, not that one, unfortunately, because I don't actually own that. I'll be honest.
Do a search, Mark. Do a search while we're on the live stream.
What are we doing?
No. Do a YouTube search. So click on do CDI platformers. We'll find out what it is now, Dan.
Okay, that's cool. Odd Pod. Yeah, my sheep brothel was doing so well.
So where is Odd Pod from? Because he's just commented on some of my asking me where I'm from.
He's part of a channel that basically looks back at old kind of toys, retro games, and it kind of helps you really your childhood, big nostalgia stuff. It's an awesome channel, and Shock16 actually did contributed a video to him once about Pop-Tarts and about flavours you could get and stuff. So it's just if you want like loads of nostalgia, not just gaming but also toys, and other
I've
kinds.
just subscribed to him now, so
There we are. Odd Pod, you've bought a game that I've influenced you to buy, and now you've got another sub. So
I'll sub to him later.
he owes you money or something, I think.
yeah, pretty much. So guys, welcome back to part 2 of my Philips CDI live stream. Thank you again to everyone that was involved in the first part. I've now enabled, luckily, Q&A, thanks to Odd Pod, who helped me out with that. So you should now hopefully see in the sidebar, fingers crossed, that you can actually post me questions I can potentially answer or just read through, as opposed to going through all the other comments at the same time. I'm in Kinmore Bay, North Wales.
Oh, right, okay. That's like 200 miles away. That's quite a long way away.
Oh, nice. Oh. Also, that's me thinking it's Wales. It wouldn't be too far.
Yeah, far from where
just to think, you are right. It is The Apprentice as well. That is the game.
I was right, yeah. They actually released another game on there called Merlin's Apprentice, but it's not the same one. I got confused the other day and thought it was the same game, but they're two completely different. Merlin's Apprentice is horrendous.
Do you have The Apprentice then, or have you played it?
I've played it like very, very, very briefly. I don't have the game. I could burn it because it's not hard, but I don't have the game as such, but I could easily do that. Yeah,
it's definitely one of the best looking games, I would say, anyway. It actually...
If I ever find it cheap on eBay, I might just pick it up so that I've just got the case, because it's such a colourful, vibrant case anyway. So, but I've got the soundtrack to The Apprentice from the CDI on my iTunes, so that's all good.
Is it like that?
That's just shocking.
Funny, isn't
it?
Yeah, shocking stuff.
Sorry, we won't keep interrupting you. We'll shut up now.
No, that's all right. Oh, Odd Pod, really appreciate the subscription. So there we are.
Yeah, no probs. I'll have a look through some of his stuff.
Speaking of subscriptions, I'm on 99 at the moment to see if I can break that one.
Oh, who's going to be Aidan Watkins's or Game Taft's 100?
And that's not a hint. I only want people to subscribe if they actually like what they see, though. Otherwise,
yes, of course. Don't just do sub for sub. I always discard.
Yeah, no, I'm not into that. I'd
rather have less subs that are really into my kind of material than loads of people that just don't bother.
Yeah, exactly. Like you see people people have like 4,000 subs, but the videos only have like 400 views, and it's like, well, wait, that's 10% of your audience. Where's the other 90%?
Definitely. Guys, as well, if you are watching, I missed a lot of comments by mistake from the first.
Missed mine.
I did actually. Well, yours is on the wrong Facebook profile because
he left comments on YouTube.
Oh, hang on. Right, let's have a look. So we've got Addy Sneaker Freak commented, "Hi Dan, all right mate, good to hear from you." He's a really nice guy actually. He was in Play Blackpool. Ollie Martin, damn, I missed it. You didn't, mate, because we're now back for a second part. So if you did miss any of the first part, you can jump back on if you're available. Razmataz, awesome dude. Such a laugh in Play Blackpool. I know a little bit about the CDI, so I'm going to watch a little bit. Maybe I'll learn something. Well, if you watched the Encyclopedia stint, then hopefully you did. Gross Newton, nice guy. Evening, Dan. I really need to dig out my dad's CDI collection from the garage. I remember playing fondly with the big blue roller ball. Oh, no. And the mighty Mad Dog McCree. Oh, that's... What an awful controller.
His dad is so embarrassed to the CDI collection to keep him in the shed like he's born man.
No, it's... Where is it? Have I got a picture of it? Have I? Yes, I have. Oh. It was this horrible little... It was this massive, like... ball thing, and it was blue.
Similar to like the rollerball in some arcade games you see, isn't it?
Yeah, but this was just like, no. I'm just not even going to comment on it. No. Just no. Shame on you, Gross Newton. I'm sorry, but for using that, that's just awful. Because they were evil. Right, Retro Game Crusader. Hey, everyone. How you doing, man? Pez Charlie. Hi, Dan. How you doing, mate? Good to hear from you. Oh, he did post a category on the Encyclopedia. Sorry, I missed that, mate. That was not intentional. Addy Sneaker Freak. CDI and CDTV were both ahead of their time. CDTV was the first one, really. Do you have any plans to get that system? Actually, more real games on it too. Great show. CDTV. I'm going to be honest. I've not actually ever heard of that. No, but now that you said it, I'm going to have a look in a minute. CDTV. So, where are we? Retro Gaming Wales.
That's Mark.
It is Mark.
Yeah, that's Mark.
play Hotel Mario, which I will in a bit. What's going on? And yeah, so you can state the prototype if you wish now.
It's obvious. It's Super Mario Wacky World, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Have you ever seen footage of it, like much, or?
Yeah, I've watched quite a bit of it. I mean, I'm one of the cool people that knew about it before it became well known, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
You know me, like me and my prototypes, like Sonic Extreme and all that. I'm well
Cool.
into that.
You helped me out a lot. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, you enabled me to be able to play parts of Sonic Extreme on the PC. So
There's a Saturn version you can download and play now too.
what, on the actual Saturn console?
Yep.
Right, you're gonna have to point me into the direction of that.
I'll show you that later. But like the Wacky Worlds on CDI, it looked really promising actually. I mean, when you like you see the Mario sprite, it looks authentic to the SNES, and it looked like it could have been a really interesting game. But you know, like many things in the past, they just didn't come to be.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Half-Blind Gamer is going to come back and watch the second part. Good man. I know, obviously, stopping and starting again, you're probably going to lose viewers in the process because they've got to find the next part. So I'm just kind of being patient, allowing them to hopefully, if they wish, jump back on. Because I had about 7 or 8 in the first part, so hopefully some of them will come back. Right, Odd Pod. I fished out all of my CDI CDs. I'll type the list on here soon, and you can tell me which ones you have and which ones you don't. Okay, that's cool. Odd Pod again. Yeah, I never do the sub for sub thing. I only get people that will actually watch my vids. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, in the day, you don't create videos for people to just click past them. Otherwise, what's the point? You know, you only do videos if you know people are going to enjoy them and hopefully interact. That's the idea. So
I haven't done this box.
Oh, every time my CDI dims itself, you get a reflection of the light in it. Right, okay. So, guys, we're going to have a look then. If you've just joined us, what we're doing is we're looking at the Philips CDI. We're going to have a look at, first of all, an infamous prototype that was out in the early 90s that was never fully finished. But we managed to get hold of the prototype a bit later on, and that's Super Mario's Wacky Worlds. You can burn it onto a disc if you know what you're doing via ISO, and you can view some of the levels even though they're all very broken. We only got 30% of game code ever finished. We got quite a lot of cover art and game design done, but not much code to go on. So we're going to have a go. The only annoying thing is that once you've played one level, you have to reset it in order to play another one. So if you play quite a few levels, you have to reset it every single time.
Yay!
It sounds really advanced for...
As long as the loading time isn't too bad.
There's no loading time as such. The only thing you get is the opening title screen and the company's logo, Nova Logic, and then it's
too bad.
So
I were really impressed with the prototype when because I know they showed like the Nintendo executives a demo of it. I think it was that exact one, and I remember them in the stuff I've heard. Apparently, they were really impressed with it and what they saw.
Yeah. You're right. No, you're right. I was going to say the same, actually. Yeah, basically, the two developers that worked on it, they spent 24 hours solid for about 2 weeks working on it with hardly any sleep. And then they had a meeting with Nintendo. I think it was something like 4 p.m. The following day. So they basically grabbed all they could, showed them part of one of the levels, and Nintendo were really, really impressed with it. But in the end, it never got finished because mainly not enough CDI units were being sold, and Philips didn't see it viable financially, so it got scrapped. But it looked so promising, and Nintendo, like you say, were really impressed. So it's just a shame that that didn't come into fruition and didn't get any further into the project. But we do have a limited amount to go on, so I'm going to try and do this as best I can. It's never good. I don't recommend doing the camera to the TV rubbish. But when you're doing live streams, it's all off the cuff, and it's very natural footage. So I'm going to turn all my lights off like a pro.
Should we have a vote, see if everyone wants to watch us play Final Fight Siege instead?
No.
Oh,
I'm actually curious to see what this looks like.
in the darkness, as you do. Right, okay, so
Yeah, look.
there's the Philips CDI start screen. And let's have a look then, guys, at Super Mario's Wacky Worlds. It was meant to be originally a sequel to Super Mario World on the SNES.
This is 30%.
Good.
But obviously, in the end, what did we get? Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. So, right. So this was meant to be the original sequel to Super Mario World. It's a bit bright. Apologies, but as I've said in the first part, it's actually too long-winded on this stupid TV to actually get onto the contrast and brightness to take it down. So, basically, you've got loads of different levels. Some which don't even load. Some which are completely broken to crap. You've got ancient Greek, Egypt, Aztec, haunted castle, haunted ship, haunted house, jungle cave, jungle swamp, jungle village, Arctic iceberg, Arctic igloo, Arctic ice mountain, wacky neon city, wacky geometropolis, whatever you pronounce it, wacky later played, tubular pipeworks, tubular sewer, and tubular chemistry lab. So we're going to go on Greek 1, and it starts off. I don't know why it flashes. Apparently, it's not meant to flash. But I must have a broken prototype. There we go. Now you can kill the enemies, but they can't kill you. You can slide them across the floor as you do.
Yeah.
And it uses all music from Super Mario World original. You can't go down tubes.
Let me respawn now.
There's like a horse's head at the top randomly. Ah! And then you just get stuck.
That is fucking terrifying. Look at it. Look at it.
You just get stuck.
That's pretty terrifying for a Mario game, isn't it?
It's not very child friendly.
No, if I was like a 4-year-old playing that, I'd probably have nightmares. It looks really good, though. I have to say. I mean, you know, considering it's a prototype, it looks like it really does look like a great game.
It is interesting to see what they were planning on doing.
Yeah, and even though it may not have been up to maybe the Super Nintendo standards, but it still would have shown that the CDI could have been a viable game console. But there we go.
Oh, he's on midair. Yeah, definitely. And if you want to go on another level, good old-fashioned reset. So we're doing well. Luckily, I've actually been through all of these levels already and worked out the ones that play the best and the ones that don't glitch out too much. So I'm just going to show it a few more. But guys, have any of you played this before? What do you think of it? I know it's not finished. Do you think what they were trying to do is pretty interesting, or do you think it would have failed regardless?
For me, I would say it's impressive and it looks great. And I have no doubt it would have been a pretty good game, but I still don't think it would have done much for CDI sales, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Only because the system wasn't designed as a games console from the beginning. It was more multimedia system.
What was the retail price for one? Then?
I think they were pretty expensive, weren't they?
Yeah, from what I remember.
What, for the systems?
Yeah, the retail price.
Yeah. They were like 700-800 quid, something like that.
Oh dear God.
So
yeah,
you know, you could get an awesome PC probably for that. The time.
And a Super Nintendo for like £150 back then, so I guess, you know.
Yeah. You're playing Alex Kidd in Shinobi World, aren't you?
Yeah, he is.
I can hear it.
Sorry.
Do you want us to turn it down? We do apologise. Turn it down, Mark.
No, I don't mean it because of that. I mean, I just heard it and I was like, I know that from somewhere. Okay, so guys, this is one of the best levels in the whole prototype in that it looks the most complete if you compare it to anything else. It's a bit longer. It doesn't seem to flash as such, and there's just a lot more kind of sprites and a lot more going on, and that's Arctic Igloo. So apart from it starts off with nothing, it does get better, trust me.
Is this supposed to be just a white screen?
Yeah, you get like an invisible like force field that stops you from going any further, and you have to basically jump at different times in order to actually get past it. Hang on a minute. How did I do this? I did this the other day. There you go, I did it. That's better.
Oh, well, yeah, there we go.
Right, that's better. That's what I was trying to do. So basically, this is probably one of the most kind of complete looking levels that's on here. You can't die, so if you fall down, that's it. Oh, it's flashing again, but oh well, we'll just go with it.
I am exactly out lobs again. Yeah.
Mario on any.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, I've glitched out now. Hang on. There we go.
It looks impressive.
It does. I mean, it's a like that.
That's what I was trying to do with it.
Is it literally jumping through the screen? Through like walls.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I think that end is like the gate in Super Mario World. You'd walk through at the end of the level.
I was trying to work out what it was actually. Yeah, like it was like a checkpoint or a goal or something.
Yeah, it's the goal at the end of the level. You'd walk through it, and then it'd be the end.
And I'm now stuck. So there we are.
Yay!
Yay! Mario is stuck. There we go. Right. I'm just going to do one more and then we'll look at something else. I'm not neglecting my comments, guys. Don't worry.
I hope you made lots of spaghetti.
Looking forward to seeing this. Never seen anything on it. Odd Pod. I wonder how many more prototype games you can get on CDI. Interesting. Okay, so Lactobacillus Prime, yeah, awesome stuff. So he's going to watch. So hopefully, guys, you found the link all right. I did put it on the Facebook, and I suppose I should put it. I suppose I should also put it on the actual YouTube bit itself. Might help. Bear with me. If I go like that. Right, so guys, if you're having trouble getting in, oh, hang on, that's not right. That music brings back so many memories.
We're so sorry.
Dan, I think you should be playing this instead. It is good.
Yeah, it's a very good game. I've never played it before.
Ironic.
You never played Alex Kidd in Shinobi World?
No.
Oh wow, it's awesome, man.
I didn't pay nothing for this game either, and I got 2 copies.
Yeah,
Somebody gave it to me the other day.
Oh no way.
His friend auntie works in a charity shop, and they had like a bunch of games in, and they had 2 copies of Alex Kidd in Shinobi World. So Mark has one, and he gave me one. So great.
Sick, man. Why not? Why not, indeed?
You should turn the volume down to stop interfering with them.
Right. Okay, so hopefully that's helped guys in some way. Anyway, so we're going to do one more of this prototype. So let's have a look at Haunted Castle. Okay, so starts off looking a little bit like, almost like the castles in Super Mario World. But then the graphics behind actually are pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah. It reminds me
That is pretty awesome, to be honest.
Dan, did you play Mickey Mania on the Mega Drive?
I've got it.
Yeah, like I mean, you know the Mad Doctor's level where there's all the instruments in the background.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what's really funny as well. If you do happen to play this, you run along, and there's nothing that would tell you could go up that wall. But yet, if you jump, you can actually go up the wall.
Far too happy.
And then you just get kind of stuck because there's nothing here. So, great looking visuals. I mean, in terms of the first part of the level, to see what they were trying to achieve. But you can tell where they've got so far and then just stopped. So, glitched again, got stuck again. That's it. It's a shame there's not an actual way of going back to the screen without resetting, but there we are. So, there we go. Super Mario's Wacky Worlds. You can play the prototype if you wish, but it's very, very broken.
I can go if that's a
So, Oddpod just checked up another cancelled Mario game for CDI called. Yes. I do remember this now you mention it. I completely forgotten. There was another Mario prototype that was due to be on CDI, which never saw the light of day. It was cancelled, called Mario Takes America. And it was basically, I remember reading something where the production team that started making it at the time, they actually went up in a helicopter and was trying to do lots of like bird's eye shots. They were like pointing the camera down. They would fly around different areas, and that they were trying to do proper like filming to make it look like they were like panning down onto lots of stuff below. And they were putting in a lot of work into trying to create it, but it just didn't. In the end, it just wasn't going anywhere, so it got shelved. But I remember reading that the production team had started doing work and going up in helicopters to take footage and stuff. So yeah, another cancelled Mario game. It was on a website called Unseen64. Yeah, you're right, Oddpod, you're right. I do remember that now, yes. In fact, if I'm able to get anything in that or check anything out, I might just do that. So, I've had a request from the very cool Mark Edward, a.k.a.
I don't know why I've changed my name.
Mr. Welshman himself.
Yeah.
To do Hotel Mario. Oh, hang on. Oddpod, it was supposed to be an educational game. It was, yes, it was. But again, I think it was so specific at the time. I think it took them too long to try and take shots, and in the end, they ran out of time. Or by the time they got any good enough footage, it was just like the unit just was failing. Okay, so Hotel Mario. Have you seen Hotel Mario? Any footage? If you have, let me know. Right, so, I'm dropping everything now. So Hotel Mario, again, like I said before, obviously when the SNES CD add-on never happened, Philips' answer to that was to try and get a CD on their console on the CDI, but because they had a bit of a partnership with Nintendo, they had the rights to market some of their Nintendo products on the Philips CDI system. So obviously that's why you had a Zelda game, that's why you had a Link game, and that's why you had a Mario game. And the one that did get released, that wasn't a prototype, wasn't broken, was Hotel Mario. Hotel Mario isn't the worst Mario game in the world. In fact, in my opinion, the worst Mario game was a game called Mario is Missing on the SNES, because I just want to throttle that game. Anyway, the whole premise of this game is quite repetitive, but for the CDI, it isn't actually too bad. Basically, you have to play through a series of hotels, and all you have to do is just shut all the doors, and that is all you have to do. It gets harder throughout each hotel. The graphics and animation is horrendous. It does hark back again to the Link and Zelda kind of games that are on the system. But, you know, it's not too bad. When you actually get to the hotels themselves, it actually looks quite quirky, quite different, very colourful and very vibrant as well. So we'll stick it in anyway, and we'll see how Hotel Mario plays on the system. Aiden, you're immature.
Yes, I know. Hey, I bet you laughed at the Art Attack video I posted.
I did. I'd seen it before. only you would share that. You're the perfect person I would expect to share that.
Well, I'd hate to disappoint.
No, you didn't. It's all good. It's all good. So, Hotel Mario, if you've not heard of it, you can have a look at it now. I'm going to turn the lights off again. Effort. Turn the volume up. You can look at the animation to start with.
I think it's better if you leave the lights on.
Huh?
I feel when I was saying it looks like it might be better if you leave the lights on.
Think? All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Lights are reflecting in the screen, but we can try it.
Yeah, we'll see now.
Okay. Oh God. Doesn't look very good.
No, you are right.
No, shit.
It looked better like when it's not black, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there we go.
That's not too bad, I suppose. I've not turned all the lights off, so we can try that. By Fantasy Factory. Do you remember them?
No. Can't say I do.
No, they were quite prolific, but not many people actually do know of them.
Did they only make CDI games? Did they do anything?
Oh God.
Oh God.
Luigi. I hope you made lots of spaghetti. Luigi, look. It's from Bowser. Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I have taken over the Mushroom Kingdom. The princess is now a permanent guest at one of my 7 Koopa hotels. I dare you to find her if you can. We gotta find the princess. And you gotta help us. If you need instructions on how to get through the hotels, check out the enclosed instruction book.
Not the kind of thing that Mario would say. Check out the enclosed instruction booklet.
I don't do it. I'm on that.
Okay, let's go through it. So, Hotel Mario, 1 player, because I'm a Larry Loner. New game.
Good job.
Get in there.
Do you want to make that again?
The first hotel was based around obviously a tree house, wood door hysteria. So and I died straight away. Way!
Well done, Dan.
That was a great start. It's always on camera. Pressure.
It gets a bit of flack, but I think Hotel Mario doesn't. It actually looks like a really playable game, and even though the Zelda voice acting and animation is terrible, I think the Mario voice acting and stuff is okay. To be honest with you,
it's not as bad, I would say, compared. Yeah.
No, it's a shame. Oh boy, I can't wait to eat some Dodongos. Whatever it
I'm
is.
so hungry. I could eat an Octorok.
Yeah, that's the one.
Do another go. We will continue after. But if we
Oh, I forgot you could fall off the edge. We're doing well. We're doing well.
What cable are you using, Dan? Is it an RGB cable or composite?
What's this?
Yeah.
AV.
What, you mean like RF?
Yeah. Yes.
An RF cable?
It's going from the CDI to the back of the TV.
Yeah, no, I know, but what I'm on about is it an RGB SCART or is it the yellow, like red one? Or?
You can use SCART. There's a SCART port in the back, but this isn't using it now.
So it's RF.
Yeah, I think so.
Through the aerial port thing.
No, wave that way. No, it must be AV then. Oddpod, I've seen Hotel Mario, an angry video game there. It doesn't look like a terrible game, just not a very Mario game. Yeah.
Wood door hysteria.
Right, we'll do one more.
Mario. But this game could be on any system, couldn't it? The concept, it could be on any, it could be on Atari 2600 this game.
Because it's a very little concept.
Yeah.
And I think there's about 10 stages of that before you get to the next hotel. So,
Flappy Bird text.
there we go. It's Hotel Mario. Have you played it? Would you buy it?
Nope.
Has it swayed you to get it?
If it was cheap, yeah, I'd get it.
I think it is quite cheap, actually. I think it is quite cheap.
It's such like an obscure thing. It's cool to own.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm glad I've got it. Definitely, it's not the worst Mario game in the world. So,
like, I'd love to play I'd love to actually sit down and properly play the Zelda games.
yeah. Well, I've completed the Zelda game. It was painful, but I've completed it.
Yeah. No doubt, it'd be a lot of swearing and throwing of controllers involved, but.
If the timing of your jumps and everything isn't perfect, then you're done for, basically. That's just basically what it is. You have to be absolutely precise or you're done for. Right, Half-Blind Gamer, Sebastian. Dan, did you know that Hotel Mario is actually not an original idea? Perhaps it's coincidence, but there was an Atari 2600 game that never saw a release with pretty much the same concept. Awesome. What was it called? What was it called? Let me know if you got the title. That would be awesome. Oddpod. To me, it looks like they had made a different game, but then just stuck Mario in it at the last minute so they could hopefully sell games. Still, it doesn't look too bad. Possibly. They may have started and then put the character in later. Oddpod. Oh, you can use SCAR on the CDI. Yeah, you can. I wonder if I can record footage using my Elgato. Well, you can definitely record. I've done some recording on it not too long ago, and the footage was really, really, really good. And I didn't actually even have to use SCAR, but you can. This is too hard. Cool. Sweet. So let's go back through some more of my collection because I've already shown loads already. Right. So. Next game we're going to show is a game called Mystic Medway, which is an arcade shooting gallery. It involves a character called Dr. Dearth, who is just absolutely insane. He's just really, really weird when you play the game. You have to basically shoot the targets as they come towards you, and they cost a certain amount of points, and you have to get a certain amount of points in total in order to progress to the next level. They then made a sequel called Mystic Medway Phantom Express, which is a similar concept, but you're on a roller coaster. Again, very, very weird. The voice acting is just cringy, and it's just, yeah, it's not brilliant. I prefer the first one, if I'm honest, but not the worst game in the world. Paint School 1, again, obviously a kids painting game. Obviously, I've had it since I was little, and that's literally all you do on it. You can just choose different coloured paints, coloured crayons. You get blank pictures you can colour in. You can colour in a picture, and then you can make it into a jigsaw puzzle, so you can then try and put it back together. Yeah, as a kid, it was quite interesting, but obviously, it's just a standard painting and colouring game. This is also same again. It's a sequel. So, same again. Next one is that the CDI actually got a pinball game, believe it or not, which is pretty cool. It's got 4 different tables. You've got Cyber, which is around a robot.
You have Tetris, Dan?
Huh?
You have Tetris?
Do I have Tetris? No.
Ah. That looks like a good CDI game. Sorry, just
It
wondering.
is a good CDI game, and I've got the soundtrack again on my iTunes.
Yeah. The soundtrack is what I really good. I actually want to get it.
The soundtrack it's very relaxing.
Yeah, which is why I think it'd be like the perfect way to play Tetris because I like it to relax rather than stress. Oh my god, blocks fast.
There you go.
And then it has like the beautiful backgrounds with like the waterfalls and stuff, and it's like awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like an 80s love song, isn't it?
Well, then, guys.
Baby, you're the best.
That was taken from the first level on Tetris on the CDI. Really nice piece of music. You can take the mickey out of it if it sounds like a pop song nowadays. But yeah, I mean, if you're into your relaxing, soothing music, which I definitely am, it's great. And it does fit, obviously, if you've seen footage of the game, the visuals in the backgrounds very well, with like waterfalls and countryside and stuff. So it does fit it well. Not the best port of Tetris ever, because obviously, as I'm sure you guys will probably know it more on things like the Game Boy and stuff and the NES and stuff. But it's still good that the Philips CDI got a port of it anyway. So I don't own it, but I wouldn't mind owning it if I could ever see it at a cheap enough price. Pinball, as I was saying, yeah, 4 different tables. You've got Cyber, which is themed around a robot. Dogfight, which is themed around aeroplanes. Spring Break, which is themed around skimpy, swimwear women.
How are you talking?
It's not one of the levels. They're basically lying on the beach sunbathing. You can't really see actually too well on my camera. And there's a lady that lies in a rubber ring, and if you hit it, she goes, "Oh!"
Play it, Dan. Play it
right now.
We're gonna go play some Spring Break. I might actually stick it on in a bit, but I mean, talk about lower the tone, yeah. Well, and then the last one's called Meltdown, which is basically a chemistry lab with loads of different like switches and kind of levers and whatever you'd sort of normally see in kind of a chemistry lab. So yeah, I'll put it to one side and we might put it on in a bit.
Yeah.
Then we've got Richard Scarry's Best Neighbourhood disc ever, based on the best-selling books by Richard Scarry. If you were a kid and you happened to own any, I didn't own any, but I remember one of my friends having one, and when we were kids, used to just randomly flick through it as you do. So they made discs out of the books. So basically, again, for kids, you just explore a neighbourhood, you talk to animals, and you go in like the fire station and the library. And when you go in the library, there's someone suddenly massively decides to put on a musical number as well, which is really random, running around the library, singing at the top of their voices. But there we are. So there's that one. Then they made another version called Richard Scarry's Busiest Neighbourhood disc ever. I think I was just going through a phase where I just wanted to collect everything in each series. So yeah, in fact, Infected Flinch, a good guy called Dave on YouTube, if you're interested, has actually done both these games quite thoroughly with one of his friends, and they've gone through it and done commentaries on it as well. So it's really funny seeing full-grown kind of guys playing through that. Sandy Circus Adventure, again, another kids game, but still really good. And actually, to be fair, the piano music in this is absolutely beautiful, and I'd love to get the music separately at some point if it was ever possible. But yeah, the last part of the story with the piano stuff is actually really, really cool. So basically, you play as a seal who goes to a circus, and it's almost like a make up your own story. You go to a certain path, and it says you want to go this way or this way. You sort of go with the clowns, or you go with the animals, and you tell them how the story runs. Basically, you decide where he goes. It's pretty cool. And you can paint stuff, and you can put kind of weird kind of eyes and stuff on clowns and everything. So proper kids game. Next one, Story Machine Star Dreams. So again, you get given loads of different pictures and text and characters, and you can basically put them all together and make up your own stories. So it's not too bad. You can be quite creative with it. Me and my brother, when we were younger, used to create our own stories, and then the other one would come back in the room and then watch it. So they did Star Dreams, and then they also did, where is it? I've lost it. Oh yeah, Magic Tales. But this one's like in a big case. It's like proper huge. And what I like about these games, because there's a lot of games that came like this, they look like personal organisers. So when you open it up, It's like a proper filofax. So it's pretty cool, and you can open it up, obviously, and it just looks really, really smart. So I'm quite chuffed to have this, to be honest, because it looks like a game you would get maybe a bit later on than when the CDI was out. So there you go. A few more, and then we'll look at some more comments. Where are we? Tell me why 2. So this is basically a kind of educational, scientific game where you can go through different parts of the body. You can look at nature, geography, space, and just find out more information about those areas, but be fully interactive and be able to see stuff visually. It's fairly cool. Nothing to shout about. But yeah, they did 2 in the series, and that's the second one. Then they did a game called Textiles. It's almost like Scrabble, but not. Like, basically, you have to form words on this board. They give you loads of different random letters, and you have to form words with them. But the words don't have to link to each other. They can just spell out anywhere on the board, and as long as they make a word, you get points for it. So you can probably see the boards there. So interesting. It's like Scrabble, but it's not. So cool. And then just a couple more. Voya, which again I've spoken about. This is the sequel that was cancelled, but now you can play it because someone saved it from being destroyed. And the infamous Zelda game. So there we go. Oh, hang on. This is still been held on by a thread, so wicked. So there we go, guys. That's most of my collection. There is a bit more, but we'll show the rest of that in a bit. Half-Blind Gamer, Sebastian. It was called Looney Tunes Hotel. Ah, okay. So another version of Hotel Mario, apparently. Odd Pod. That Magic Tales case is really nice. Oh, the one that looks like a personal organizer. Yeah. It was nice of Philips to do that, really, and it's not just this one you can get in this case. You can actually get a few more like it, but yeah, it looks like something that you wouldn't find a game in, so yeah, I'm quite pleased to have that. Odd Pod, bring on the skimpy bikini women. Definitely I'll do that in a bit, don't worry. Odd Pod, here are my CDI games. Okay, feel free. Hang on a minute. Oh yeah, feel free to post that when you get a chance, mate. I love pinball games. Awesome stuff. Bring on the skimpy bikini women. Okay, so guys, it looks like everyone seems to want to watch pinball. Yeah. So
yes, we want skimpy bikini women.
Oh, you're back then.
No, we just moved in because you would.
Yeah, no, we moved it because we don't want to like interrupt you while you're like showing off your collection.
Oh, you're too kind. Well, for me, I'm having to zone out a bit because it's a bit different when you've got people that you can actually see looking at you. So, but it's all right. It's all good.
We're
right,
watching.
Give people women. Right. Let's go on spring break then, shall we? Let's go on spring break. Where have I put it? I put it.
Oh yeah! High five, Mark. Woo! Skimpy bikini babes.
Skimpy bikini babes. I can't high five because I'm not there. Okay, so guys, this is the pinball game on the CDI. It's actually really, apart from the skimpy bikini women, it's actually really, really good in general. Obviously, there are a lot of games on the CDI that aren't great, obviously, and there actually are some pinball games out there that aren't even that great either. But personally, this generally is actually a really good game. It plays really well. It's very fast-paced, and yet the CDI still keeps up with the speed really well. There's a lot on the screen at any one time, and still the CDI accommodates it all really well. Very nice colours, really cool music, especially on spring break. You'll hear that in a bit anyway. And it just works really nicely. So without further ado, lights off. Let's look at some skimpy bikini women.
Right, Mark, have you got the tissue?
Yeah, go
get a tissue. Sorry.
Do you know what? You can always rely on Mark and Aidan to lower the Here's Charlie. All right, Dan? Yeah, I'm really well, mate. I hope you're good too. If you've just joined us, we're playing pinball on the CDI, not just because it's pinball, but because they want to see skimpy bikini women because they're just pervs. Right. Odd Pod. Audio, video products, Textiles, Dark Castle, Pavarotti, the Palm Springs Open, which I used to have, Naked Gun, Black Rain, Sesame Street Letters, which I've got, Burn Cycle, which I've got, Chaos Control, which I want, Top Gun, and obviously there's a few more movies. So that's what he owns. So that's awesome. Anyway, let's cut to pinball. So you choose how many players there are. Obviously, 1. You can have quite a few players. So there's Cyber. There's Dogfight. I'm getting carried away. Spring Break. And then Meltdown. Right. Cheerfully dance first. And we're back up to 7 viewers.
Whoa.
You two, fully grown men. This is just wrong. This is just not right.
Blame Phillips for making the game.
So, guys, if you've just joined us, apologies, lowered. But this is basically, if you've just joined us, this is pinball on the CDI. They made a pinball game. It's actually really, really good. I hope you can see it all right. I know it's not amazing like you're doing a gameplay vid, but this isn't actually a gameplay vid as such. So you got the guy with the ball. Let's go. Let's see what happens.
Oh my.
Told you. Oh.
And again, I suppose if I slapped my girlfriend with my balls, she'd make a similar noise.
Oh no!
That's sorry.
Trust you.
And I'm banned. Good day, everyone. Bye.
That's just awful.
I know. I'm so sorry. I really.
So basically, what we have to do here, guys, is you basically have to spell out the word spring and then spell the word break with these balls at the top of the table. So you have to do spring first and then break, but it's not easy. Believe me, I've done it a few times, but it's not easy. Ah. Oh, stupid umbrellas. That was a good attempt, wasn't it?
Not bad. Dan, what do you think of Sonic Spinball compared to this?
No,
Oh, compared, that's a really easy question.
Yeah.
I think Sonic Spinball was better. Mechanically, there's a bit more going on.
it's hell though.
The second level is hard.
It's difficult, but I'm better at it.
Yeah. I can literally on Sonic Spinball, I can literally get to like the third level and that's it, game over. By that point, I just can't be bothered anymore.
Yeah, I would probably go with that as well, to be fair. Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah, but Sonic doesn't have like scantily clad bikini.
Yeah, I know.
So.
It's just, I think I'm going to
Imagine Amy Rose coming on the camera. Hey! No. Right, so do you want it again or do you want a different table?
I don't know.
Let the viewers decide.
Let the viewers decide. Right, are we going with Spring Break once more, or are we going to go Cyber, Dogfight, or Meltdown? Ooh.
All right, Dan. Sorry to interrupt you, mate.
No, go on.
We're very sorry for lowering the tone of the entire stream, everyone. We hope you've enjoyed. But we're going to keep watching, but we're going to come off camera and mic because we're going to like play some games while we listen, if that's cool.
Yeah, of course it is. You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to come on if you. Yeah.
No, it's been cool. But anyway, yeah, like, so, you know, because Dan is incredibly rude and didn't introduce us properly, we're joking.
Oh!
No, we're joking.
Terrible.
Anyway, my name's Aidan. Most of you watching probably know I have a channel called Game Taff.
He does.
Yeah, just, you know, have a look. I don't care, whatever. And this is Mark.
No, it's good. It's good.
And I don't make any videos anymore, but apparently I'm supposed to. And Aidan's making me.
Yes.
So
yes, because you should.
Yeah. So maybe.
And his channel is called Retro Gaming Wales because we are Welsh.
Just
because you are Welsh.
Yes.
We never known that.
Yeah.
No, I know, right? I mean, with our thick Welsh accents and everything. God.
Ironically, neither of us speak Welsh. Well, I don't anyway.
Cachu fant.
Yeah.
Fel dwi'n eisiau gwasgu dy fronau, Dan.
Pam, beth sy'n bod?
Oh, Pam Fendigedig. Oh, a ti.
Double.
Anyway, sorry for ruining everything.
We haven't ruined anything. That's why I didn't say your channels, because I was disgusted with your behaviour.
Yeah, we're so sorry. Anyway, we're going to keep watching, so have fun.
We will.
Bye.
I will. Thanks for coming on a serious note.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
In a bit, guys. Cheers for coming on.
Bye.
Awesome stuff. So that was, Aidan Watkins and a really cool guy, Mark Edwards. Do check out their channels, guys, if you haven't before. Game Taff is a really good channel. Aidan does some really, really good reviews on his channel, and Mark needs to make more videos. He just hasn't been, so hopefully he will be soon. Pez Charlie, Spring Break, woo woo! Yeah, it's really good. Old Pod, Dogfight, yeah, we'll go on to that. It's fine. Half Blind Gamer. Did you ever play Plunderball on CDI? Now that is an impressive pinball game on the system. Do you know what? No, and also I didn't know there was another pinball game on the CDI, so I will check that out. Thank you very much for that, mate. That's much appreciated. Odd Pod, looks pretty difficult to hit girls with your balls on the beach. Love that, hitting girls with your balls on the beach. That's a tongue twister and a half. Odd Pod, you were right about the cases, Dan. Just opened one and it came apart. They are awful, mate. They really are awful. Let me just show myself on camera for a minute. They really are awful. The cases, they are so flimsy. They really are. Odd Pod, I think the audio video products was one that came with CDI to teach you about it. Okay, that's cool. Odd Pod, Dogfight. Okay, so what we'll do then, we'll do Spring Break once more, and then we'll look at Dogfight. So again, if you've just joined me, this is Pinball on the CDI, and we're looking at another round of Spring Break. I'm sure Aidan and Mark would very much appreciate this again, showing it for another round. So let's play it again. It's got a great piece of music as well.
Plenty of sunshine here today with seasonal temperatures. We should reach our normal high of 82 degrees by this afternoon. Latest values tonight, we are under 7.
Okay, so let's go one more round. This is, if you can see okay, apologies if it's not too easy to see, but again, this isn't a gameplay video, this is a very raw live stream, so we're just dealing with what we've got. So, especially for Pez Charlie as well, Spring Break. Aidan and Mark, hope you're watching. I've done spring, I've just got to do break. Oh, one more letter to get. Oh, I did it. Oh, so what happens is once you've spelt out spring and you spelt out break, you then have to go into the cafe on the left-hand side of the table, which now suddenly opens up once you've spelt out both words. You throw the ball into the cafe, you hear it go around tables, smashing everything up, and you get a whole load more points. But obviously, it doesn't become unlocked until you spell out both words. But obviously, I missed that last little bit. But hey ho, there we go. And who is it?
What is going down?
Oh, it's Mr. Dan Ibbotson, Slopes Game Room.
Wow, that light's off-putting, isn't it? Let's move some bits around. Mate, what is going on? So this is what happens when you move everything around but don't check where your camera goes.
It's all right, mate. I know the feeling. Yeah, no, I was on the other account basically. So I had to log off and jump on the second one to obviously throw the link through and stuff.
That's cool.
So hopefully that was okay in the end.
Yeah, mate. So who's here? Is it just me and you, or?
In terms of like face to face, it's me and you now. I just had two of my mates, Aidan and Mark, on from Wales. I've met Aidan in person before. Hoping to meet Mark at some point. They jumped on for a bit. They were playing the Mars system in the background. They're still watching apparently, but they just jumped off because they had their volume quite loud and they felt they were interrupting what I was doing. They said they weren't, but they were still a bit conscious of it and decided to jump off. So
that's cool. So what you got in the background there?
So what I've been playing, I don't know when exactly you jumped on actually, but I've just played
literally just a second.
Oh, okay. So I was playing one of the tables on the pinball game on the CDI. So,
not bad.
Yeah. Have you played a CDI? Do you own one?
I have never played a CDI. I don't own one. No, I don't own one. I reluctantly got rid of a lot of my more games actually. I've still got like a boxed 32X. That's probably the rarest thing I own.
Okay, that's cool. Would you ever pick one up? Have you had any good experiences with one? Have you ever seen any footage and it's ever intrigued you, or have you looked at it and gone, actually, that's not for me?
It wouldn't be the next console I get. I want to get myself a box Jaguar one day, and I want to get myself the TurboGrafx or PC Engine before that, and I also want to get the Amstrad GX 4000, I think it is. They've got one there at my local retro game shop for like 40 quid, and one day I'm going to pick it up. I'm a bit tight with my money at the moment, you know.
No, mate, I know that feeling all too well. I really do. I've spent so much money, like not too long ago, on repros and stuff. I've even stopped that for a bit as well. So.
I wanted to talk to you about repos.
You do? Well, tell what we'll do. I'm just going to do a few more tables on pinball because obviously this live stream is about the Philips CDI, and then feel free to ask me some stuff about repros after.
Actually, I found somewhere that does them really cheap. Like we're talking 11 quid a cart.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've
just bought myself a crap ton. I spent like 200.
Oh, nice. Oh, right. In that case, I'm going to have to get that off you. Yeah. Or even feel free to send it through on Facebook.
Facebook or something. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, mate.
I've just ordered them, so if you want, I'll wait to see they get through. So coming from Japan, see what they're like.
Oh, mate.
And we'll see what they're like. Yeah.
Well, if it's Mega Drive, I've actually got a converter that enables me to obviously play Japanese games on a PAL system.
You choose what cart size you want. I've got the European cart size.
Oh, sick. So you get an option, which wicked.
Yeah. I've got a Razor coming and a crazy amount of Sonic mods. So I've got like one where it's a Shadow in Sonic 1, and I've got the Crocodile in Sonic 1 and Silver in Sonic 1. And I've got all of these a Fix-It Felix Jr. game with like the whole case and everything. Just to Fix-It Felix Jr. from Wreck-It Ralph. Obviously, I want to use that for my Disney videos, but I eventually get to
Yeah. Which again, obviously, we'll have to look at that in a bit more detail as well, definitely.
Yes.
Because I am interested. Don't get me wrong; it's just getting over the initial. But I'm sure with some planning and some organisation, it will be good.
It's cool, man. It's cool. Well, I'll talk you through it. Good
man. You got my back. So, guys, if you've just joined us, thank you very much for doing so. I've just had the awesome Dan Ibbotson come on as well for a chat, which is great because I love the interactivity when it's face to face as opposed to just comments. I've had some people ask me to go on another table on this pinball game on the CDI, which is called Dogfight. The classical music, you'll recognise it straight away when I go onto the table. In fact, I'll do that now. It's like I'm a conductor. Anyway, enough of that. So, guys, this is Dogfight. Again, it follows a similar premise to Spring Break, obviously just a different theme. You have a series of aeroplanes that all have different points. And once you've hit every single plane on the table, you get a bigger one appear out of nowhere right at the bottom, and it gives you an extra 1,000 points. So let's have a go at Dogfight. Oh, great start from Mr. Dancentralz. There's your extra plane. And there's your extra 1,000. Oh. Oh. Now you might have noticed one of the flippers started to glitch out then. The only problem with this table is the only one out of the whole game where the flippers are on a timer. If you use them too much or press them for too long, they actually run out of I suppose steam or something, and then they stop working, which is really inconvenient. But yet the other tables, they're infinite. Well, that was a really poor effort, but at least you got to see the extra plane and you can see how that kind of works, guys. So there's Dogfight for you. I'm happy to either do another table or just turn it off and have some more discussion. I don't mind. If anyone, you've got about a minute left if anyone wants to see me do Cyber or Meltdown. Otherwise, I'm going to turn it off completely. So quickly let me know.
Cyber.
You want me to do Cyber?
Cyber, why not? Why not? That was that was last month's Loot Crate, wasn't it? So yeah, let's do it.
All right then. Well, I've had Mr. Dan Ibbotson request Cyber, so I'm going to do that. It's actually got some quite cool music, actually. I have to be honest, I've said this before, and this goes to everyone that's watching. A lot of games on the CDI aren't great, and even I know that, but the music on a lot of games really is quite good, and you can tell how Philips really did push the console in terms of music, just absolute boundaries. I'm really impressed. But I think that's why I like Pinball, because not only is the music good, the actual game itself, I actually really like it. So this is Cyber. Apologies if it's a bit bright, but as I've said before already, it takes me forever to sort out the brightness on this TV because it's a whole long-winded affair with the menu system, and I can't be bothered to waste time doing that. So it's basically one big robot that you have to hit different parts of, and this is Cyber. Oh, glitched out. Sick. Loads more extra points for me. Oh yeah, when it does that, when you get that blue line up here at the top and it fills in, it basically makes the points increase for a little while, and then when the line goes away, they go back down again. So when it does this, basically it becomes 90 now, and it goes back to 60 after. Oh, okay, ball two. Oh, that was horrendous after the first ball was so good. All right, last one. Oh, I went too fast. 6,690. Not great, but hey ho. The fact that it glitched out at the beginning, that was pretty cool. There we go, guys. That's Cyber. You can put your name in, but I can't be bothered. So I've now got 7 viewers, so thanks a lot, guys, for coming back if you were from the first part, and even if you wasn't and you're new to this from the second part, again, much appreciated that you've come and had a look to see what's going on. If you have just joined, again, I'm going through various Philips CDI games to showcase what the system could do and to show that there were actually a lot of good games on the system, despite there being also some horrible ones as well, to give it a chance because it's not all bad. Half-Blind Gamer, Sebastian, Dogfight has this interesting thing going on. See those meters on the sides? Once your fuel is out, your flipper will stop working. Exactly, yeah, that's what I was referring to earlier. It's the only table where it works on a fuel meter where it will run out eventually. Pez
Cool.
Charlie, I forgot how fun pinball is on the CDI. Yeah, well, there you go. You know, especially when one of the tables is about, you know, skimpy women.
Missed that one.
Oh, did you miss it?
Yeah.
Oh no! I might do one more round just for you in a minute. I might do. I might be nice like that. Right. Odd Pod. Love pinball games a lot. I got Motley Crue pinball on the Mega Drive last week. I've not played it yet. Cyber is a pretty cool board. I do play pinball on the PS4 a lot. Good man. Yeah, Cyber's one of my favourites, especially when you get that blue line filled in and all the points it increase for a bit. It's really, really good. Odd Pod, referring to what Danny Bitson had said. Oh yeah, Jaguar. Odd Pod, how are the ball physics on the game, Dan? They look very fast. They are. They work really fast. They're really smooth, especially for a CDI game. The fact that you can accommodate so much on the one screen at once and it's still, there's no lag or anything. Just very, very impressed. Odd Pod again. Thank you for all your comments, mate. You've been so active on this tonight. This guy's got a YouTube channel, as I'd love to see these Japanese. Oh, okay. So Odd Pod's asking if Dan Ibbotson has got a YouTube channel, as he would love to see these Japanese repo games in action. He does indeed. I must say,
They're not on there.
They're not on there yet, or if they might not be, at least for a while, because he's only just bought them. But what I will say is that Dan Ibbotson has done some of the best reviews that I've ever seen on YouTube history. He's done an amazing review on Zombies Ate My Neighbours, which I've seen twice all the way through now because I would just loved it that much I had to see it again. He does a lot of Disney ones, which are very good. I watched his Dumbo one with Shock 16 the other day, and we absolutely loved it. And
awesome.
I'm going to be watching very, very soon. So if you want very, very professional reviews, and when I say professional, I mean professional stuff done, watch his channel. It's Slopes Games Room. Did I say
Slopes
that right?
Game Room. Yeah, Slopes Game Room.
Nearly, yeah, Slopes Game Room. So, guys, yeah, check that out if you're watching. He is an awesome dude. I'm not just saying it because he's sitting there looking at me and I'm trying to suck up to him. I'm not. I'm really not. I'd be the same about anybody that I really do admire. He's a great guy. He put so much effort. And I've
got this ready for one of the upcoming ones.
Well, there you go. Fantasia Music Evolved. Really, I've got one of those Music Evolved, but not Fantasia. I've got it's a Connect game on the 360, but I can't think what the first part's called. It's like a Dance Revolution game, but it's not.
What, Dance Central?
No, and that's not where my channel name came from. Everyone says that, and it's not. If you checked out my channel and you thought that, Dance Central's been out a couple of years max. I've had my channel since 2006, so please bear that in mind. The only annoying thing is now I'd search my own channel. That's all I get when I search for it. So I feel the pain too, and it's my channel. Okay, so yeah, Odd Pod, Slopes Game Room, youtube.com/Slopes Game Room. Check it out.
It's not Slopes Game Room. It's actually Slopes DJ Slopes Room. But yeah, just YouTube search Slopes Game Room.
Yeah, if you put it in the search bar as well, I'm going to stop talking on that because I'm actually doing Dan a little bit of an injustice. So, okay, Half Flying Gamer. I haven't played Psycho Pinball much, actually. I was mostly on Dream 1 and 2 and Fantasies and some... Sorry, I'm reading that wrong. Sorry. I was mostly on Dream 1 and 2 and Fantasies and some Epic Pinball, of course. I've not heard of some of them. That's probably why I was getting confused. But yeah, that's cool. There was a very famous old PC pinball game that like everyone had back in the day that I used to play. That was cool. And that's probably about it for the time being. Oh, Odd Pod, I've just subbed to him. I'm looking forward to checking it out. There we go.
Yeah.
See, what can I say? I do a live stream. I get your subs. You know, it's all good. Odd Pod subscribed to my good friend Aidan Watkins, and he's subscribed now to Mr. Dan Ibbotson. And, and I've also inspired Odd Pod to buy a CDI game since being on this live stream. So, it's been doing really well. I'm really pleased. So, okay, so let's look at Meltdown. And then I might do one more quick round of Spring Break just for Dan. And anyone else that's just not long jumped on that wants to see skimpy women. And without lowering the tone, which Aidan and Mark did a little bit. Then we'll look at something. If you have just joined us as well, you've missed us looking at an early prototype of a CDI Mario game that was cancelled. We've only got 30% completion of it, and that's Super Mario's Wacky Worlds. We went through some of the broken levels where we could see that you play a little bit and then you get stuck, and you have to keep resetting to get to another level. So that was really annoying. if you've missed that, feel free when this is properly done to go back over and rewatch this video, and you'll be able to see that footage as well. So this is Meltdown. This is basically themed around kind of like a, I don't know, like a chemistry lab sort of thing. Lots of really weird dials and levers and weird noises, as you will now see. Oh! And he dies straight away. Amazing effort from Dancentralz. It's going well so far, guys. It's going well so far. Oh. Well, that was atrocious. Clearly, I don't play Meltdown enough. So that was Meltdown. Right, okay. We're going to do one more go. This is for Dan. This is for Aidan. This is for Mark. And this is for anyone else that's just joined us that missed it. It's also got some good music. Now, I was saying this earlier, I'll just quickly say it again in case you missed it, but as I was saying, the CDI has some horrendous games amongst some good ones, but what it doesn't seem to fail on is good music. And I will argue that to the hills. Like, there are so many games that I play the CDI, the music is just so good. And you can tell that they've just like pushed the boundaries. I mean, even this bit. And I know I'm looking a twat to probably like 6 people, but oh well.
I'm joining in.
Dan's joining in, so I don't feel left out. He's always got my back. It's all good. It's all good. Right, so Spring Break, guys. If we didn't see it the first time around, or even if you did and you just want more, then shame on you, you pervs. I'm kidding. So let's have a look. This is Spring Break once more for all you guys that wanted it.
Return normal high of 82 degrees by this afternoon.
I've got my surround sound on, so it's all good. Right, guys, hope you can see that okay. I'm trying my absolute best. There you go. This is Spring Break for the last time. Oh, that was just shocking. It was over a bit quicker than I was hoping it to be, but there we are. That's Spring Break. Obviously, that woman gets way too excited. She does on that rubber ring, but that's Spring Break for you. And to play us out, one final dance. And I hope you're dancing at home. If you're not, then live a little. Lighten up. Let your hair down. Dance like nobody's watching. Even though people are probably watching. Right, I'm going to stop. Right, enough of that. Whew. Needed that, get that out of my system. So, I'm a little bit crazy. I am sane though, I am, trust me. So there we go. And that was pinball. So, a few more comments then, guys. Was the old one called Galaxy Pinball or something? I don't know, this is the PC one. I'll have to check it out in a bit. I'm not sure if it was. It has got, I think it's one of those names where if I saw it, I would just know, but that's not sort of ringing any bells. But but I'll have to have a look, and I will get back to you, Odd Pod. But thanks for trying to find out. Half Blind Gamer, Dogfight has a rather interesting mechanic going on. It certainly does. Cool. So that was pinball. I think what we'll do now is we'll go through a bit more of my collection physically. And again, if there's any more games that you guys see, feel free to ask to see some footage of it. That's not a problem. I'm just going to make sure that I'm not missing anyone's comments because I'm conscious of that because I did that last time by mistake. Cajonas Deloro is going to watch and is checked in. Well, actually, he checked in about an hour ago, but I was probably playing a game. So sorry, mate. I hope you're still here. And if you are, Cajonas Deloro Daz is an awesome guy. If you haven't checked out his channel, then where have you been? It is awesome. I've met him a few times now, especially at Play Blackpool, and he is such a cool dude to hang out with. So do check out his channel, guys, if you haven't. Cajonas Deloro. Where else am I going to have comments? Because I don't want to miss any. I think if you've left me a comment and I've not answered it, let me know because I'm trying to be as active as I can.
But not in the same place because you might miss that.
Yeah, because I might miss that one as well. Very good point, yeah. Someone called Charlie Clark is also going to watch. Hi to you, mate. Hope you're doing all right. Feel free to come and say hi. I don't mind if you guys want to comment, if you want to jump on board, and we can have a proper face-to-face talk. If I don't know you, then that's the way you meet people. You know, I met Dan Ibbotson through a Retro Unlim stream. If I hadn't jumped on and he hadn't jumped on, we wouldn't be talking now. So it's pretty cool how these things kind of do go. So
absolutely.
Absolutely, man. Right, okay, so in that case then, again, sorry if I do miss any of your comments or questions, it's not intentional. As I've said before, I'm a bit rusty on I'm a little bit rusty on live streams because it's only the second or third one I've ever hosted on my own, and the last one I did was about 1.5 years ago, so it's been a long time. So collections then, we got as far as my small size games because I was showing you games that were like this kind of size, and now we're going to move on to the kind of smaller ones. So if you've missed any of my collection I've shown already, feel free to check back in the video when this goes up properly. I've been doing it in stages because if I did it all at once it would take too long and you'd probably switch off straight away anyway. So doing it in stages, it's a bit more, you know, manageable. So next one I'm going to show is Sesame Street. A visit to Sesame Street letters. I did show numbers. Oh, it's over there. Can't bother to get it. So it's basically obviously a kids game, but you obviously interact with the Sesame Street characters. You've got Bert and Ernie on the front. Obviously, you also get to interact with like Big Bird, Elmo, the counts on the numbers game, I think, and even Cookie Monster's on there as well. So really cool game. You know, obviously it's for kids, but if you're a Sesame Street fan, you know, I suppose you could play it whatever age you are. You know, no one's going to say you can't play it because you're a certain age. You know, if you're a big kid like I am and you don't care, you just stick it on regardless. So, you know, but yeah, really cool game. You know, I grew up playing numbers mainly and then got letters later. So I'm just struggling to put this back in, as you do. So there you go, Sesame Street letters. We've then got one of my favourite games, in fact, probably my favourite game on the system, and that's Burn Cycle. If any of you guys have heard of Burn Cycle, you'll know that it is a very good game, very renowned for being one of the best games on the system, and really did push it to its absolute limits, both via full motion video and also just in terms of the graphics, and even the acting wasn't too bad at all either. So if anyone wants to see any footage of that, then I may put that on in a bit as well. But yeah, the good thing is you've got a game and you also got the music with it on a separate disc that's behind it. It's a bit loose actually, so as long as I don't break the thing. But on the other side, you've actually got the full music CD album as well. And the music by Simon Boswell is really good. It's proper trippy. It's got that kind of trancey, kind of sci-fi kind of sound to it. So really, really worth listening to, guys, if you haven't done. So yeah, Burn Cycle. Then another one which I really enjoy called Dymo's Quest. It's got a bit of a sticky label over it, unfortunately. But Dymo's Quest, basically you have to collect all the sweets in every level, and then basically that's it. There's 51 levels. They get harder. But yeah, as long as you collect all the sweets in each level, you complete them. This used to be on the Amiga, if I remember rightly, but you weren't playing as a skater kid, you were playing as a frog. And then when Philips CDI took over and did a port of it, they changed it from a frog to a kid on a skateboard. So there's a bit of information for you. Flashback, obviously classic game, better on the Mega Drive and a few others, not great on the CDI, but it's cool that they ported it over and did something with it. It's not actually horrendous. See, the other thing is, as you guys probably know, these cases, if you've ever owned any, are so bad. They always break, the insides always fall off, and then the discs always come loose. But there we go. Flashback, not bad at all, but not the best support out there. Moving on, we've got the Flintstones and the Jetsons Time Warp. Now, this is a really cool game done by, obviously, Hanna-Barbera and obviously, you know, published by Philips. Basically, what happens is Fred Flintstone and George Jetson get stuck in a time warp, and they get spat out again and then switched around and thrown into each other's world. So you play as Fred Flintstone in George Jetson's world, and then George Jetson in Fred Flintstone's world. So seeing George Jetson in Bedrock is really quite funny. And obviously seeing Fred Flintstone in space, as you can see him there in the spaceship thing, and obviously George Jetson in the kind of whatever you call it, Fred Flintstone's car, I'll say, is actually really, really quite funny and actually really interesting to see how they did that. So really worth playing if you fancy seeing how they differ in each other's worlds. Then we've got another one by Hanna-Barbera. This is Cartoon Carnival. It says there it requires the digital video cartridge. Now, another thing you guys might not know is that an add-on to the Philips CDI was actually called a video cartridge. Some games actually require the digital video cartridge in order to play. This one, you can play it without, but you can't watch a full-length cartoon at the end if you don't have it. The digital cartridge, when it was released with the system, cost you an extra £100. So you can imagine, you buy the system for about, what, £700-800, which is obviously, at least by these days, extortionate. And then you got to spend another £100 to even buy a cartoon, you know, digital video cartridge to plug in the back of it so that you can even view a lot more of the digital animation on it. They did rip people off really, really badly. But, you know, if you did get it, at least you could experience it. And my parents did, so I was quite lucky. But, yeah, you basically have to collect all the letters to spell the words Cartoon Carnival by playing through different mini-games, such as playing the Scooby-Doo, going through a maze, Huckleberry Hound, Yogi Bear, Top Cat, who are the others that are in there? Fred Flintstone as well. And basically, when you get through all of the letters, you can then watch a bit of a cartoon at the end, as you would see it on Cartoon Network back in the day. That's pretty cool. Do a couple more, and then we'll move on to something different. Hotel Mario, I've shown some footage on in this live stream not so long ago. Again, like I said before, Nintendo marketed some of their games on the Philips CDI system, which is why you've got a Mario, a Link, and a Zelda game. Hotel Mario, it's not bad. If you missed the footage, feel free to check back on it a bit later. You play through different hotels, having to shut all the doors. Little Devil, again, a really good game that I really enjoy. It's really difficult, but if you can, you know, be patient and put the time in, you can actually get some good stuff done on it. You play as a devil called Mutt, and he has to basically traverse this huge labyrinth of mazes to try and find what's called the Pizza of Plenty. It sounds a bit random, but you will get used to it when you actually play it. You see the storyline, and you get more to grips with it. They actually also gave you a blank map, so the idea was apparently it would help you if you got stuck in the maze, because you can easily get lost. You were able to draw around with a pen where you've been walking so far. So if you do get lost, you can find your way back again. I never really got lost because on the actual game, in the top left-hand corner, it actually gives you the route in which you're already taking. So you know if you're going back on yourself or if you're creating a new route. So it's not actually that difficult. I didn't want to ruin it either, so I didn't bother. But yeah, it's not necessarily an easy game, but you do quickly get to grips with it. And if you can put the time in, it's not too bad at all, even if the controls at times are a little bit fiddly.
Have you got a full collection?
Nearly. This is. I've been going since the first part, and I've probably got about 30 to 40 games.
How many are there?
Quite a few more than that, because they released a lot of video CDs as well, where they'd release actual films on the CDI. They weren't DVDs, so DVDs won't actually work on the CDI. They were called video CDs, but video CDs don't work on the DVD player. So they released like Ghost and I think Back to the Future and a few Star Trek films that are on there. Are you
going to try and get those, or are you just going for the games?
I'll probably just go for games, to be honest, because I'll just stick to DVDs when it comes to films nowadays. I don't really have any video CDs at all. I might get a few more. I'm not actually going for a full collection. The reason why I have so many is because my parents just bought loads. And I was so young at the time, I can't quite remember where they got most of them from. But I remember when I was a kid opening this big cardboard box up with a system inside, and it must have had about 20 games in there already. So, you know, God knows how they managed to get that many, because they must have cost them a lot back then. So I don't think even they can remember what they did. But yeah, I just ended up having loads and just grew up with loads. I remember one day as well, we went to Essex once, and this guy was selling a load in the back of his car once at a car boot, and they picked up some cheap to add to what we had. And
beautiful.
that was about it. And any more that I've bought on eBay really cheaply. So most of it's been down to my parents, to be honest. But
they're big gamers as well, are they?
No. Well, they're not. But my mum, in particular, she actually enjoys playing the CDI, but won't play anything else. So I think because the CDI wasn't just a games console, it was a multimedia system. So it kind of wasn't just game orientated. You've got your video CDs for your film side. You've got your kids games for your for your children and stuff. It kind of, the idea was it would appeal to the whole family. So it wasn't like the Xbox where it's very heavily geared towards hardcore gamers or people that are into FPSs and that kind of stuff. And obviously kids generally wouldn't really necessarily go on an Xbox One if they were quite young. But on the CDI, they would happily sit and do that. So it's just one of those things. Also, my parents aren't very good at games at all, but with the CDI, some of the games in there are so easy to control that they just can pick up and play it. But a lot of the other consoles requires a lot more patience and skill and stuff that they don't currently have. So so there we are. Right, we should do two more. We'll do two more and then I'll show you the rest at the end, because otherwise I'm going to spend the whole thing doing more games and stuff. So the next one is a game called Mega Maze, which again is just another puzzle game. It gets harder as you go through. You've got a series of different mazes that get more difficult as you go through. You have one ball. You have to get the ball from, I believe, is it one side to the other? You have to maneuver a ball to its destination. Oh, so it could be anywhere, basically. You have to avoid laser pulses, spark generators, minefields, and pits of doom. Ooh, sounds really intense, doesn't it, for a CDI game? There's 165 mazes, hence why I've not played it that much at all, because it would just drive you mad. I mean, if anyone's ever got to maze 165, I take my hat off to you, because there's no way I would probably get past maze 10. Because I remember playing this actually not too long ago, and it was one of those where after a while it just kind of grates on your mind. So yeah, why would they do 165? Insane. But in good condition though. I mean, when I bought this, it was absolutely mint condition. So I don't even know why I got this. I think it was just to do with, it looked quite good at the time, I guess, and it was quite cheap. Yeah. But there we are. And then the last one I'm going to show for now is the Philips CDI port of Micro Machines.
Hey.
Now, Micro Machines is one of my, and I'm sure some of you out there as well, guys, favourite games of all time. Although the best port, in my opinion, is on the Mega Drive. I mean, come on, you can't fault that game in any way, shape, or form. I know there's quite a few different versions on the Mega Drive, but it is just one of those classic games. And just to see what you can do, even like a 16-bit console, to see how fast you can go with those cars on such an early console, just goes to show how far they were pushing it.
Also, it came with the. Did you ever see inside the manual? It came with those little like the party certificates that you would get. It was in Turbo Tournament 2, that one. I don't know.
I don't own. See, although I'm talking about it, I'm going to be honest. I don't own the Mega Drive ports at all. So
I don't own them anymore. I had them when I was a kid. It's one of those things, I'm going to eventually get back one day. But there's so you got the manual in there, but then also inside on the back of the manual, there's actually little certificates that if you had a Micro Machines party, that's what they were encouraging as a kid. You would literally give away like these certificates that are like signed. It's fucking awesome.
That does sound actually really decent.
All it is just like bits of paper. Like it looks like Monopoly money, but yeah, it's brilliant.
Nice.
What a cool thing to add in there.
That does sound intriguing, man.
And also, how awesome is that? Is the cartridge?
Oh, that you can put the actual controller ports in. You mean that one? Or?
Yeah. Mental.
Yeah. You can plug more controllers into it. Yeah, into the actual cartridge rather than just the console. Yeah.
So good.
Such a good idea, absolutely. I didn't have to have a multi-tap or anything. She could just...
Who would have known that would have been possible? It's so good.
Especially even on that system. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so, yeah, I mean, obviously, Micro Machines, as a lot of you guys would know, I'm sure, had loads of different ports. It had, obviously, the SNES. It had the Game Gear. It had the Game Boy. It obviously had the Mega Drive. It also had the NES, which, funnily enough, I know he's probably not watching because I think he's busy, but Shock 16... I was speaking to him recently, and I was actually adamant that Micro Machines did not have a NES release. He was like, there was no way Micro Machines was on the NES. It had an official release. It wasn't a hack. It wasn't a repro. It wasn't ported over. It was originally by Nintendo, put on the NES. And again,
is it the same? Is it the same game? Was it?
No, it's the same game. Shocks was as adamant, and I'm only teasing if you're watching this. If you are watching this, Shocks, it just did make me laugh. Funny thing is, though, I don't know if you can actually get it as a NES cart, but I've got it. And if any of you guys are still watching, there's 6 of you out there. So if you're not bored yet and you've made it this far, then well done. It looks like this. Now, this is really, really weird. It does fit in the NES, though. Obviously, everyone knows what a NES cart looks like, and obviously this isn't a cart, obviously, but it still works. Basically, what you do is, and it does work because I was playing it the other day, you put any cart you like in this part here. So I think I put like Super Mario Bros. 1 in there, the classic Mario Bros. 1 cart, and I'm going dim again on behind me. So you plug that in first, and you spin it round, and then this part here would actually go in the console itself, and it would click. Now, obviously, with most NES cartridges, you'd put it in, but you'd have to push it down first before it would come on. A lot of people would forget that, and it wouldn't come on. Because this is so long, it won't go down, so it will just stick out, but it will still work. And obviously, it's just weird because it's not a cart, but yeah, it looks... Did they do anything else that looked like this, guys? Do you know? It's got a little bit of a flappy...
Obviously, it's the Game Genie thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I've got the Game Genie upstairs, so that also looks like this, and it's a black Game Genie. But did they do any other games that look like this, or was Micro Machines the only one? Or did Micro Machines come as a cart? You know, have I just got a really random version of it? But it does work, and it plays really well, really fast, and really, really impressed with it. So, yeah, guys, let me know if you've seen it.
It came on a cart.
It definitely came on a cart?
I just Googled it, yeah.
So Dan's just Googled it, guys. So you can get it on a cart. Thank you for that. But apparently, I've got it. Obviously, it's a really weird version. I'm sure this isn't rare. I'm not saying this is rare, but it just looks really interesting and very strange. So if anyone else got any, opinions on this kind of flappy bit, then let me know. That sounded really weird. Then let me know. So yeah, obviously we're talking about Micro Machines on the Philips CDI as well, because it also got a port on the CDI. Now, for me, I love the music on this game. It is just so good. And in fact, if any of you guys are interested, I think I might just do it for a personal day. I might actually put this on in a minute, show you guys just how good the music is. It's rocky, it's 80s power anthems inspired, it's proper good stuff. Half-Blind Gamer Sebastian very kindly managed to, after a lot of hard work and dedication, he was absolutely pulling his hair out all afternoon today. I was chatting to him, he was going mad trying to work out how to rip the music from this game. It took him hours, but he managed to get around it, get the data off the disc, and he's now sent them all to me on MP3, and it's absolutely amazing. I'll play them to you in a bit, guys, but it's awesome. The only thing about the CDI port, if you've played it, is the funny thing is that the music's really fast, but the game is so slow. Oh my God, the cars hardly even get off the ground. And for a console that was after the NES, especially, for the NES to be so quick, and then for a supposedly later console to be a lot better, for it to then be so slow, it's just awful. And I will show you guys what I mean when I put it on in a bit. But it is so slow. It does a lot of injustice to the Micro Machines franchise, and a lot of people that played this already know that. So I will put that on in a little while.
Butcher?
Huh?
Butcher?
Butcher? What? What are you
Pat
talking about?
Butcher. You're Pat Butcher.
What do you mean on Pat Butcher?
I don't know what's going on. I've got asked to call you Butcher. Pat
Oh,
Butcher.
by who? Go on, by who? Go on.
Stephen Richards.
Stephen Richards. Right, okay, so anyone from Retro on Limb that's watching, Stephen Richards, Mr. Harry Yak, if he's around, obviously Dan Ibbetson's been on Retro on Limb streams before, hence why I met him. Dan won't know this because obviously he wasn't on this particular stream that we did a while back, and obviously I didn't know him at the time. Once we was on a live stream, and we went off topic for a bit, and I've got a lookalike, apparently. I don't know how true this is or how much I look like this person, but I thought it'd be funny one night. We was all on a live stream. There was quite a lot of us. Aidan was on there, Game Taff as well. And also the console snob, Scott Bailey, was as well. And I said to everyone as a laugh, what would you say my lookalike was? And I got so many random things come back. And you can imagine what was coming back, some really quite suggestive things, and people just going really stupid as well. And one of the ones that came back was Pat Butcher. And it just became a random recurring joke from then on. Like when we met up at events and a lot of us got together in person, I just kept getting called that. Now, maybe I look like it. Maybe I'm a Mal.
You look like Lee Evans.
Yeah. Did someone just tell you that?
No, definitely not.
That was, good man. That I was just about to say, but my lookalike is apparently Lee Evans, and you got it with, maybe I do then.
No. No, someone did tell me, but you do. You know the do you know the guy? Did you ever watch that TV show Him and Her?
Yes, well, ish, not too much, but yeah. Oh no, whatever. No. No, that's cool. Well, I mean, I don't know if I do. I mean, I've got slightly big ears, and I laugh at myself at that because I know I do.
I wasn't going with that one.
And no, I know. But Lee Evans as well, he does as well. So there's also that, and also the fact that I just think he's absolutely brilliant. He's an absolute genius. You know, for what he did. I know he's retiring now, and he's not doing much anymore. But you know, I've got all his DVDs. He's acted in a lot of films as well. He's just awesome. He's just such a genius.
Well,
my favourite comedian ever.
Yeah, he absolutely is. I got to see him a couple of times live at this tiny little place up in Birmingham. Some Newcastle or somewhere. It was really, really far away anyway from where I am. And got to shake his hand and stuff.
Oh, you actually got that far? I'm jealous.
The room only had about 100 people in it. It was tiny. It was like
so you would have had more chance. Yeah, well, so I went to Wembley and O2. So I would have had more of a harder kind of.
Absolutely.
I saw his Roadrunner tour, and I saw Monsters as well recently.
Yeah, Monsters was the warm up I saw, and then I saw whatever the one was before that. Was that Roadrunner?
I think Roadrunner was before that, and then his big tour was before Roadrunner. So I think you went big Roadrunner, and then Monsters. Yeah. Yeah. So that's
there
awesome.
Well, you say about lookalikes. Everyone always says that I look like Seth Rogen, and
do you know what? I can see that a little. No, I can't.
I used to have a bit of a beard, not much, but just a bit of truff around here. But the funny thing was, it became a bit of a joke. When I used to DJ at this club, everyone was like, "Oh my god, you look like Seth Rogen." You're like, "You're DJ Seth Rogen," and Seth Rogen. And then one of the little brothers said to me, "Oh my god, you do look like Seth Rogen." This kid I've never met before, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, I do, whatever." And he had a copy in his hand of Superbad, like the actual film Superbad, in his hand. Whatever. And he goes, "See, you do look." He goes, "You do look like him. You do look like him." And I went, "No, that's fucking Jonah Hill, you little bastard. I don't look like Jonah Hill. I look like..."
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry, all the swears, but yeah, I don't look like Jonah Hill.
No, not at all, man.
He's lost a lot of weight recently. He's probably skinnier than me now.
Oh God. No, I mean, a lot of people know that I don't really swear just because it's not something that I do it a fair bit off camera, but when I get on, it's not like I put on a persona. I just don't particularly like to, just because it's just me.
No, I don't in my videos. I don't, but when I chat to people, I do.
Yeah, it's can't help it. It's more raw. It's not like you're doing a professional video as such. You're just kind of seeing what happens. So yeah, if it happens, it doesn't bother me at all. I've done videos with Shock 16 in the past. We've collaborated in the same location because he doesn't live too far from me. I've not said a word, and then he's been swearing quite a way through. And that's not a criticism, because that's just what he does, and that's great. You know, I wouldn't have him any other way because that's what he's like. So,
absolutely.
Right, Pez Charlie. Yeah, I can see Seth Rogen. And he also says, for me, lol, Lee Evans. Yeah, I can see that as well. Yeah, do you know what? That's not, even if people mean that as like a negative thing, I don't care, because I don't take it that. I take that totally positive.
Oh, what a legendary guy to say.
What a guy to be likened to. You know, I couldn't have anyone better to think of. In fact, I'm glad I look like this in a way, because I can be likened to someone so great. Yeah. So yeah. Lol, Dan Charlie Clark equals Charlie Clark equals Pez Charlie. Got it. Sorry, dude. Obviously, normally you just see their YouTube names and you don't always see your full name. So I didn't know if it was the same Charlie. I hold my hands up. I apologize. I've chatted to you for a while. Maybe I should have known that. But I didn't clock that. Sorry. Maybe I'm just getting older. Apologies, dude. Okay. Odd Pod. I have all the Micro Machines Mega Drive games. I've played them loads, and and I can make my own tracks and everything. Oh, sweet. That's cool. Okay. Half-Blind Gamer Sebastian Plunderball, which is another apparently pinball game on the CDI, was a never released prototype game. Oh, no wonder I've not seen it. But it got a limited release in 2002, I think, through some fans, and there is an ISO floating about you could burn to disc. Because I thought there was only one pinball game on the CDI, and apparently this Plunderball surfaced, which is like an early prototype. Okay, that's cool, man. Nice one. Odd Pod again. Where are we? Yeah, I have 2 CDIs and one is missing the video cartridge. Yeah, it's probably not going to cost you much now, depending, but they were back in the day. I think that's why I have 2, because the first one I bought was missing it. Well, I've got 2 models myself. I've got the one I'm playing the games on, and I've also got one that's actually, you can't see too well, but one that's also there as well, and that's missing a video cartridge.
Do you think Microsoft looked at that and thought, that's what I want the Xbox One to look like? I want it to look like a CDI.
Well,
yeah,
honestly, it's gone more. It has gone, hasn't it? It's gone more cuboid, hasn't it? Very straight edged.
Yeah. Everyone, people are like, oh, PlayStation 2 looks like a radiator, and then you get all these stupid things like that, and then the Xbox One looks like a VHS player.
Yeah, and not only that, mate. The name itself, before they announced it was going to be called Xbox One, I was like, come on. You could have been a bit more creative. Because funny enough, I always called the original Xbox One. I just did.
Oh, it's so annoying. And you're like, I've got it for the Xbox, the Xbox One, like not the number one, the original one. And it's just like, mate, this is too much work now.
Because you had PS1 and everything, so I just used to go Xbox One. Then you had, obviously, it wasn't Xbox 2, obviously. You had 360. And I used to think it was going to be, 720. It's going to be 720. And then it was like...
No, I didn't expect 720. I thought they'd... I was praying that they'd give it some kind of funky name, like the way you've got like the Mega Drive, like the Master System, and the Dreamcast. And I was really hoping for some like Xbox Illuminati or something.
Yeah, Xbox Fusion. Yeah.
But
Odd Pod is not liking me at the minute. He's like, Dan, what have you done? I kind of want to start collecting more CDI games now. Oh, I know. What can I say? Basically, I played an encyclopedia game earlier. Well, game / informative educational software. And he liked the look of it so much, he's gone and ordered it. And now he's looking to buy more as well because of this live stream. So,
just get old Encarta 95.
I'm sure I've still got that somewhere. I was all about Encarta before the internet. I did a whole essay at school on it once, just scrolling through it, taking notes down. It was so funny.
One of the most best things about Encarta 95, you go to music, you could like look at different genres of music, like, and it would like tell you in text, because a lot of it you couldn't put music on there because it was just like so limited space on a CD. But on in hip hop, it did have a clip, and it had a clip of Grandmaster Flash, The Message, Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel, Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel, The Message, and it was like this little like 10-second clip, and I was going through a bit of an 80s hip hop revival when I was at secondary school. Everyone else was into Spice Girls and whatever. And I just spent my time going around boot fairs, picking up retro games and 80s and early 90s 12-inch rap music.
Oh yeah.
So that little clip, I used to be like, keep it going under. And then you'd like loop it again and loop it again. It's like listening to a sample of a song before you buy it on like iTunes or like Amazon or something.
And you know what? That's a really good point, because I've actually got, I think it's upstairs somewhere now. I should have brought it down. I've got like an album sampler on the CDI as well, which is like that. It's got like loads of different kind of demos of like, even like rap stuff like Tina Turner and like Queen and ABBA, but you only could see like, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds of the music video, and then it would just stop dead. Yeah. So it's like, you can't see the whole thing unless you do this or buy this, and it was like, oh right, okay. So yeah, but yeah, that's cool, man. That's really cool. You were like totally coming away from the norm when you was being like your own unique self.
It's crazy because we went on a school trip and in this little minibus, and everyone gave like the teacher like Bewitched music and fucking Spice Girls
do you remember that? Say la vie.
And I had a hip hop CD, and the only like new music on there was obviously something like Run DMC's It's Like That.
What a tune though! Or
Renegade Master, the old Fatboy Slim remix.
Yeah, of course.
But other than that, the whole rest of the CD was like what the guy from Shaun of the Dead would listen to. White lines go away, and like proper classic 80s hip hop. And I put it on, and all the kids, I hated it. But me and the teacher just chilled out at the front, just like going up and down. I wasn't a teacher's pet at all, but that journey, man, they were loving it.
The teachers get down with the kids. Yeah.
Just down with me. The rest of the kids were like, "You want to be on?" Yeah.
But yeah, they stick with that. And I like I'll get my Run DMC out. Awesome.
Get out of here.
That's
it's tricky to rock around.
Oh, that's a tune as well. I used to like Freestyler. Rio with the freestyler. Yeah. Bomb Funk, that's it. Bomb Funk MCs. That's what I was trying to think of. Yeah. I used to love them as well. And they did Up Rocking Beats and Super Electric as well. I used to love all that.
Super Electric. Yeah, I used to have all their albums.
Tune, yeah. Bomb Funk MCs for the win.
They had incredible music videos. Actually, it all goes back to video games. Up Rockin' Beats video game was about them playing. If you look it up, it's obviously really early, and cheesy, but it's about them choosing a break dancer from it was like a Street Fighter setup, and you have the character turning around, not that one, and you choose someone, and then they have to battle it out, but in break dancing, but it's all on a video game. Yeah. There you go.
That's cool. No, I have to check that video out. I love Up Rockin' Beats though. It's proper dance stuff though.
Yeah. It's cheesy as, but it's wicked.
Oh, that's fine. That's me all over. I listen to anything really, as long as it's not like heavy metal, because I just don't go too heavy.
So I DJ'd the heaviest metal festival in the UK. Well, not the heaviest, it's Bloodstock and stuff. But yeah, I'm a DJ at Download Festival every year. So not your style.
No offense intended. Well, I think for me, I can deal with some of it, and if it goes too screamo, then I'm like, no. Yeah, I just no. And that's not saying it's not like it's not skilled, and it's not like
It's fine by me, mate. It's fine by me.
I think everyone's got that one genre because there's so many out there that they had to choose, and that's just all it is. That's all it is.
It's cool.
Pez Charlie, weren't Micro Machines toy cars as well? They were indeed. They were. Micro Machines were toy cars.
Indeed.
They were indeed. Odd Pod.
What's happened to that? Sorry.
No, go on.
What's happened to Micro Machines? Played the PlayStation, maybe the N64. Was that the last good one? Was that the last one?
I think the PlayStation. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Those who are watching, I think the PS1 was the last console to get a Micro Machines release. I think.
Right. Google time.
All right, Dan's gonna have a look, and if any of you guys want to look as well, feel free. I'm sure it was. But yeah, the NES got a release. The SNES did. The Game Gear did. The Game Boy did. Game Boy Color, one of them. And obviously the CDI, which I will show you guys in a bit. We are still on CDI, don't worry. I am going to be showing you Micro Machines. This is actually a demo disc, but it's all good. I'll be showing you this, guys, in a sec, don't worry. Odd Pod, the PC game for the pinball that you were thinking of was called Space Cadet 3D Pinball. Yes, it was. That was it. Thank you very much, my good friend. Yes, it was called Space Cadet 3D Pinball, and I always remember it. I think it either came with the PC or it was like a separate disc you could just buy really cheaply with it. And I always used to play it, and it was a great game for the PC. Yes, Space Cadet 3D Pinball. Thank you very much. That was the one I was thinking of. Odd Put. I also want to get a 3DO and collect for that. My uncle has a boxed one but won't give it to me. Well, you keep on at him. Does he play it? If he doesn't play it, then there's no excuse. He should let you play it because at least you're going to get some use out of it. So keep on at him. Or buy a few games for it and say to him, I bought some games, I should be able to play it. And I'm sure he'll give in eventually. Keep on at him and I'm sure he'll let you. Because I've never played a 3DO and I really actually wouldn't mind doing so.
The last Micro Machines was on the PlayStation 2 and PSP and Windows in 2006.
So it did make PS2, so there you go, I stand correct.
Actually, and it was also ported eventually to the DS in 2007.
So I still stand corrected. It was the DS was the last. May have been a port, but was still the last system to get it, at least currently. Okay, that's cool, man. 750
cars to collect in it as well.
Yeah, obviously it's expanded massively since like the CDI version and then the NES and everything. Yeah. All right, wicked. Cheers for that, dude. Pez Charlie, I don't dislike heavy metal, but I'd rather listen to standard metal or rock. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Again, everyone's different. Again, I'm probably similar to that, but that's not saying that heavy rock or metal or even, screamo is absolutely horrendous. It's just personal preference. You like what you like. Pez Charlie, it's tricky. It's tricky. Nice one. What a tune, mate. I'm glad you like that too. You can't not, to be fair. Right. Pez Charlie, again, no worries, mate. Don't see how you could have known my last name exactly unless I'm some kind of stalker, which I am a little bit. No, I wouldn't have known that, obviously. So Yeah, cool stuff, man. Odd Pod, he never plays his 3DO, which is his dad. He just keeps it in the garage. Oh, well, that's no excuse. I will keep on about it to him. It will be mine. Oh, yes, it will be mine. Yeah, it will be yours. You've got a CDI. You're going to get that Encyclopedia one. You're going to get a 3DO as well. If he's not playing it, mate, there's no excuse. Right. Half-Blind Gamer. Sebastian, he's still around. I'm glad you're still here, mate. PS2 had a game that was supposed to be a sequel to Micro Machines, I think, but it had running animals or something instead of cars.
There was... The only thing I can think of is on the Wii, but that was Excite Bots, a game that didn't come out in the UK. But that's not top down. It's the sequel to Excite Bike. Not Excite Bike, Excite Truck or whatever it's called, which is an incredibly good Wii game. It's one of the best games out there.
Awesome stuff, man. Yeah, no, I didn't. Sorry, it keeps going dim in the background, guys, because what I said before at the start of the live stream, what Philips did with the CDI is that after a while they were on a kind of energy saving trip. So after a while, if you didn't press anything, it would dim automatically, and you'd have to press a button for it to. Oh, hang on. Oh no, it doesn't want to do it now. There you go. To light up again. So there we go. That's why it keeps dimming in the background. Right, so that's that. Odd Pod. I was looking up Encarta 95 on eBay as well. Ha ha. What's going on? Suddenly, since this live stream, he's going on to really up. But then, to be fair, the Odd Pod YouTube channel, guys, if you've not checked it out, you must. It is all about retro stuff and nostalgia growing up. It's not just retro gaming. It's also old toys, old bits of food that we used to eat and stuff when we were growing up, and he does reviews on them. People contribute reviews to his channel. It's really, really well done and very professionally done as well. So if you like kind of things that you were doing when you were a kid, whether it's gaming or toys, chances are he's probably looked at it already on the channel. If he hasn't, I'm sure you can just request it and he'll see what you can do. So we've got some more people that have jumped in. New people. Karina Hall. Hi, Karina. How are you doing? She said, "What's going on?" I'm so confused. I'm so confused. What's going on? Well, basically, Karina, if you just joined us, this is actually a Philips CDI live stream. So thank you for joining, because you probably must have got an invite or something. So thank you for actually coming in. The Philips CDI was a system that was out in the 90s that didn't do very well. I'm doing a live stream to basically try and promote some games on it to make people aware of what the hidden games were like, the actual good games that were on there. And obviously me and Dan have just been doing a little bit of a chat about Micro Machines, which again, I'm just about to look at on the CDI itself. So if it's not for you, I totally understand. If you're not sure what's going on, and you're welcome to move on. If it's something that sounds intriguing, please stay, get involved, and hopefully that gives you more of an idea of what's going on. So you don't get too confused. But thank you for your comment regardless. It is very much appreciated. Half-Blind Gamer, it was for PS1, so shows what I know. I was talking about this one that was animals instead of cars, apparently, but it was on PS1, apparently. 10th for Ibis, one of my good mates. He found his way into the feed. Are you hyped for Power Drive 2000? Power Drive 2000 is a game that's been funded and has just been made. It looks really cool. It's really colourful. It's like a racing game, I believe. And one of 10th for Ibis's tracks has actually been put into the game, which is
one of tracks. One of whose tracks?
One of 10th for Ibis's. So 10th for Ibis is a really cool guy. He does his own music. He's got a really cool channel, and he also plays games as well. He's managed to get one of his own original tracks into the game itself, Power Drive 2000. So you can actually hear the game or hear the music that he's created when you play the game. So
Stephen Richards sends you his love, sends you his best wishes.
Oh, cheers, Steve, because I don't think he could have made it. I mean, I know Harry Yak said he was going to try, but again, it's all good. So yeah, send them right back, because he is an awesome dude, of course. And 10th for Ibis is around as well. So again, hi to you, mate. And yes, I am hyped for Power Drive 2000. I'm really interested to see how it plays, because visually it looks awesome and it's so colourful, and it's just my sort of thing. So well done on getting your track in there, because I know that's obviously, as a musician, that's an amazing feat. I'm sure you're very proud of yourself, as we are all too. So well done, and can't wait to see it, of course. Pez Charlie. Yes, Space Cadet 3D Pinball. I remember it came with my old PC. I spent hours on that game, and another one that was called Pocket Tanks. That rings a bell. No, it does ring a bell, actually. I have to check that out as well. Lots of new games I'm getting exposed to. It's really cool. Okay. Oddpod, thanks for the plug. Oh, forgot to ask. Are the CDI movies full screen or are they like the FMV videos in games? I believe they are full screen. Don't quote me 100%, but I honestly believe, I'm sure. In fact, Half-Blind Gamer, I know you're still around. If you got any videos, because Half-Blind Gamer's got CDIs and he's got loads of games himself. We're both kind of fellow CDI enthusiasts. Seb, do the video CDs play full screen on a TV? I'm sure they do. Can you just clarify that as well? Because I know you've got some and I don't. And it's just Oddpod was asking. That would be wicked. Okay, a few more guys, and I'm going to stick Micro Machines on because I'm noticing that we've not done any gameplay for a while. That's all good. Right, Pez Charlie, I hope they don't call the next one Xbox 2. Yeah, definitely. Actually, I hope they do because that would be hilarious. Yeah,
it would just be called the Xbox or something stupid. But you've got to wait like 10 years for this to happen. You think how long the last generation lasted?
Oh, mate, it's not good. It's not good. Oh, hang on. There you go, Seb. You need a digital video cartridge to play full-screen MPEG videos on your CDI. All right, so that's an answer then. So, Oddpod, if you want to play video CDs, you've got to have the digital video cartridge, which I think you actually have. I think you said to me earlier you've got. Video CDs require this to run on the system and some games as well. If you don't have it in your system, it will give you a message and you won't be able to boot up the game. Exactly. Little Devil, and I know this because it's happened to me before. If you haven't got the video cartridge in the system, where is it? Got it here somewhere. Haven't got the video cartridge in the system, it won't play at all. There it is. Yeah. So it won't play at all, guys, if you've not got the video. My dog's decided to wander over. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. She's doing her own thing. Yeah, so Little Devil won't work. It's a good example if you've not got a digital video cartridge. You're looking very intently at the screen, aren't you? Okay, so last couple, guys. She's going to walk all over my games and ruin them. There you go. Good girl. Right. Couple more, guys. I'm going to stick Micro Machines on. Oddpod, need to play some Road Rash on 3DO. And Temp4 Ibis is saying, hey, Pez Charlie. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. You're welcome, Tenth. Always supporting of what you do. You know that. Good stuff. Right. It was called Micro Machines, it seemed. Seb. Oh, Micromaniacs. Oh.
No, yeah, Micromaniacs came out in 2000.
Oh,
it was like a spin-off. Yeah.
That was my fault, Seb. I wasn't poking fun at you, but I thought you'd just gone back to the same title, but I misread that, so I do apologise. I overlooked that. It was called Micromaniacs. That does sound cool, and Dan has just given more information on that. And finally, Oddpod, well, forget DVDs and Blu-rays. I'm going for video CDs and Laserdiscs then, because they're the future. Well, there you go. That's it. Who needs DVDs when you've got CDI video CDs? So, guys, thank you for bearing with those comments, and I hope I've read them all out. I've not missed any. We're now going to get back to some gameplay for a bit because I'm conscious that we've not done any for a while, and this is about this Philips CDI. This is going to be Micro Machines, as we've been talking about, across lots of different platforms. This is actually a demo disc. It actually says on the front, I don't know if you can see very well, probably not. Probably can't read that. It says not for resale because it's a demo disc. It says it includes 3 levels of the best CDI racing game ever. There we go. So because it's a demo disc, you could only play 2 levels out of over 36, I believe, and you can play a time trial as well. I have actually got the full original game, but it's obviously been burnt to disc. So let's just stick the demo on and let's see how Micro Machines plays. Now, if you've played Micro Machines, the CDI port before, guys, then, oh my God, you will know. And Dan, actually, I'm really interested to see what you think of this when you see it playing. Oh, is that Mario? Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Do-do-do. Right, I'm going to turn one of the lights off because it reflects. Oh, no, actually, no, it might be all right. Think about it. No, it might be all right, actually. If I've got too many lights on, it reflects off the screen. That should be all right, actually. So, yeah, Codemasters, of course, did this. It's got some awesome music. It really has. It's just a shame that it's let down by the speed. So you'll see in a second, guys. This is not just Micro Machines, but this is CDI Micro Machines. So again, the first bit of music, so good. yeah, just turn that down for a bit. So yeah, again, one of the first rock anthems, power anthems on this game that I love. And again, another quick shout out to Sebastian, Half Blind Gamer, who very kindly managed to very cleverly, because he's very skilled, take all of these awesome power tracks off this game and send them to me. So I've got them now in my iTunes. I'm so grateful. You are a legend. So sports cars. Let's look at this level first.
Wait. Can you is Violet in this game?
No. Can you see that all right? I know it's pretty crap. I know it's quite bright.
Yeah. So she's not in this one, is she not?
Not this one. No, mate. I know you mean though, because I know Shock 16 was saying that she was also based off of a character in a film. Was it? No,
she's it's what is it? It's one of the. It's not Games Master. It's one of the UK TV games from the old 90s. Violet Berlin was her name.
That's it. That's what Shock said. Yeah, I know he's not watching because he's probably a bit busy. But yeah, he did try and tell me, but I just forgotten exactly what he'd said. Yeah, that's cool. No, he's just not in this one though. But yeah, that is what he said. No, you've got Spider, Walter, Dwayne, Joel, Bonnie, Mike, Emilio, Jeffro, Anne, Sherry, and Chen. So no. I tend to always play a Spider. I think most people used to if they were to play the CDI version or the NES version because they're the same characters, just because he looked the coolest. I think when you're a kid, you're like, yeah, he looks the coolest. And then you choose who you want to race with. So, well, Cherry's a given at the end of the day. We'll go with Jeffro. He's a bit wacky. We'll go with Emilio. Why not? Crazy Hands. So, again, watch as soon as I pull away in the car, just watch at the speed and also just listen to the epic music. I just love it. I absolutely love it. But just watch how slowly I pull away. It could be worse. It could be worse. But it's not as fast as the other ports.
Is it slightly on an edge or is it entirely top down?
It's top down.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure if it had a slight 2.5D thing going on.
No, it's entirely top down, mate. Entirely top down. But the music, I've got high quality versions of this music now, thanks to Sebastian, and it's amazing. I just ruined it as well because I'm getting too excited about the fact I've got the music. Right. So watch the rubber. I wish you'll get stuck. I mean, I just love Micro Machines in general. Everyone's probably going to agree. The fact that it was so creative, you know, the fact that every level had a theme and they just ran with it. You know, you've got like this one, for example, stationery, pencils, sharpeners, rubbers, filofaxes. It's so different. It's wicked. It's my favourite version in terms of the music. Maybe not so in terms of the actual speed, but it's not the worst, in my opinion. It's not too bad. It's not like it's horrendously slow. There's faster ports, basically.
If you're going to go for a, well, it's not actually top down, but a similar sort of racing game for the music, then it's obviously all about rock and roll racing. Oh
yes. I've heard of it, but I've not actually had a chance to sit down properly with it.
Oh, it's fantastic. If you know the original tunes as well, they've done them fantastic for like 16-bit or whatever. Yeah. Incredible.
Nice.
It's like you are literally listening to Black Sabbath. Like,
nice.
It's wicked. It's wicked.
I actually don't care what anyone thinks. I'm actually going to stick these tracks in my car next week and just blast them out.
I was listening to the Streets of Rage remix soundtrack literally today in my car, so it's fine.
Why not, mate? No, you know, life's too short. Why not? Just do whatever you want to do. I just can't believe as well, like such a strong beat and like this kind of music on the CDI. It's like, really? It's like awesome. The only funny thing is, ironically, the music is so fast and proper driving, and yet the speed is like almost the opposite. But it's not horrendously slow. It just could be faster. If you've come from the NES port or the Mega Drive port, and then you suddenly play this afterwards, you're going to be like, okay, right, okay. So yeah, there we go, guys. That's the sports cars circuit on the CDI port of Micro Machines with an awesome soundtrack. I don't care what anyone says, I love it. Right, I'm going to do the last one. This is the Power Buggies track. Another great track, music track on this as well. I'm going to be... Who shall I be now? Who do you fancy, Dan?
Seven Ganders. Oh, hello. What's Crazy Cherry? Oh, no, Spider. Sorry, Spider.
Would we Spider again?
Yeah. Oh, no, was you just been Spider. Okay, be Crazy Cherry.
I'll be Crazy Cherry. All right. Okay. And we're going to race with... let's do Chen this time. Let's do Walter. I've heard that the guys that have exclamation marks next to the ace in that, they're really, really good. So as long as they've got an exclamation mark, then they're easy to beat or something. Could be wrong, but that's what I heard. Slick is apparently going to be really hard. Fab would be hard. In fact, Cherry did have one, but oh well. And ace as well. So let's do Anne. Oh God. She likes to whip her hair back and forth. She does. So another great rock anthem coming your way. Amazing music. I love the CDI music. Get ready to dance. Ah!
Oh man, I know this track.
Do you?
I didn't. No, not the music track. I'm on about the actual race track.
I was going to say. That's not normally with the music though, because I thought you'd be able to find it really easily because it just sounds like one of those things that would just be well known because it's just so catchy. But honestly, me and Sebastian, Half-Blind Gamer, we went through so much agony and pain just to get these so we could listen to them on our computers. It was just horrendous.
Yeah, this is definitely the same soundtrack from
Yes.
Turbo Tournament, Micro Machines 2 Turbo Tournament. Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, these tracks are also in the NES version. The NES, this is basically the NES. Well, I say the NES port. It's basically the same as the NES version, but just obviously better graphics and sound. But maybe not speed, but better graphics and sound. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you just can't sit still when this is on. You just can't sit still. Dun, dun, dun. The thing is, it just makes no sense though, because this kind of music would make you just want to just go mad, but make you want your car to go absolutely insane. But it just doesn't. And there we go. Oh, so great soundtrack. Maybe the speed's not great, but the soundtrack is. Is it really worth me doing time trial? It probably isn't, to be fair. Half-Blind Gamer, Sebastian. Totally worth the effort to rip that CDI music. Mate, it was. Not just for you, but oh my God, for me as well. Absolutely. I'm so glad you did that. I know you tried a few options and that you kept failing, but you were stubborn. You did say you were stubborn. You wasn't going to give up, and you didn't, and you did it. So I'm so grateful. Odd Pod, I was always the cool dude Elvis guy with the sunglasses. Yes, Spider. 10th Wireless. The chat thing on this is weird. Well, yeah, it's only weird if you're not used to it. The Q&A is a really good feature. It's just not the easiest to work if you've not done it before. I mean, I'd never enabled it before myself. It's only because Odd Pod very kindly showed me how to use it. Half-Blind Gamer, Dan, have you ever tried Accelerator on CDI? No. What's that one then? Accelerator. It sounds like it's to do with a racing kind of game. It would make sense. Haven't, but it's intriguing. Let me know what it's about and I'll look into it. Micro Machines on the NES had no music during gameplay, but it was blazing fast. See, that's the thing. No music, but you go really fast. CDI version, amazing fast music. You go 10 times slow. But there we are. Half-Blind Gamer, haha, the best CDI racing game that's not hard to beat. Absolutely. Oddpod, right, I'm gonna have to go. I've got work in the morning. I really did enjoy the stream. Hope you do more in the future, Dan. See you soon, Dan, and everyone else. Oddpod, you've been an absolute legend. Thank you so much for all your comments and for being there right from the start, for offering advice and just for being decent. And I'm glad I inspired you to buy a game, at least one game for the CDI, and to get back into your 3DO. It just means the stream, even just for that alone, as well as everybody else, has just been really worthwhile. So I'll see you soon, and thank you very much for your support. Pez Charlie, Blanca isn't going to be in Street Fighter 5. I don't know. I've not played 4, let alone looking at 5. Pez Charlie, huh?
5's not out yet.
No, that's what I mean. I mean, I've not played 4, let alone looking into 5.
Ah, okay.
I don't know if Blanca's going to be in it. I mean, I've got Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the SNES, but that's about it. I do like Street Fighter, don't get me wrong, but it's not something I would play loads, I suppose. I mean, I'm
the same. I haven't got the time to put into it. It's the same with Smash Brothers. I love Smash Brothers, but do I actually love Smash Brothers? Like, I don't play it enough. Like,
yeah, I mean, the only thing that I'm actually obsessed with, like sometimes, or maybe even bordering unhealthily obsessed with, and you can vouch for that, Dan, is obviously Sonic. But other than that, like, I do have my limits, and I'll play stuff, but I won't go overboard. It's only Sonic that I make an exception for, and that's just me. But yeah, fighters, I do like them, but I'm not great at them for one. And I've just not put enough time into them, and they're just not something that get me too psyched up. So I'm not saying they're bad, because they're not, but it's not something that I play a lot, so I can't really comment on them too much. Oddpod, the good old days of demo discs. Yeah, I know. This was a demo. Like I said, I've got the full game already as well, but this is obviously the demo. And it's good because the only 2 levels you can play on the demo feature the 2 best tracks in the game, so... Oddpod, yeah, that is some really cool music, isn't it? Just, isn't it? Just, why ain't Violet in this game? I don't know. I'm guessing the ports differ quite a lot. I think the Mega Drive, is it the Mega Drive one had Violet? I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I know Turbo Tournament and the games afterwards did, but I don't know earlier.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Tenth, really not too sure. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I think I'm used to the characters on that port anyway now, so I find it weird that Violet's not here. Yeah, again, CDI, different port. They've obviously changed it slightly. The NES port didn't have it either, so they've obviously based it probably on that. I would guess anyway. Right, Half-Blind Gamer. Accelerator was a game an intern made during his time working at the Vision Factory. Vision Factory. That's not the same company that made some of the other CDI games, was it? Is that not Hotel Mario? Wasn't there another company? Well, didn't that come? Oh, I'm fluffing my words now. What was it? I'm sure there was another CDI game that they made because it comes up on the screen when you start it up. Oh, Fantasy Factory made Hotel Mario. Okay, my bad. It was Fantasy Factory. Okay, maybe not then. Accelerator was a game an intern made during his time working at the Vision Factory. They decided it was good enough for a release, and it was quite late. So it was 1997, because I think 1998 the CDIs were fully discontinued. It's a decent racing game, mostly resembling the likes of RC, Pro-Am, and Rock and Roll Racing. Pro-Am and Rock and Roll Racing. Okay, so it's meant to resemble those a little bit. Okay, so Accelerator. Okay, I'll have to look at that then if that's CDI. That's cool. Okay, sweet. What we got? I like this Q&A. It means I've got to keep looking elsewhere. Pez Charlie, you know I'm absolutely obsessed with Tekken, but right now I'm obsessed with this JRPG. Is that Japanese RPG series?
Yes.
Called Persona. Definitely recommend it to anyone looking for a lengthy game. Okay. Persona, a Japanese RPG that's apparently very good and worth checking out. Cool stuff.
Podcasts I listen to always go on about it. They're absolutely in love with it. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's wicked. 10th Ibis. That's why the chat is weird. Pez Charlie was talking to me, but because of the placement, you didn't notice that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm still getting used to it as well. The Vision Factory made Daimo's Quest. I knew it was one of them. Let me have a look. Yeah, it did. It did. Good man. Yeah, you can't see it. It's very small writing, but yeah, at the bottom it says made by. Can't see that, guys. Sorry, there's no point. It says produced by the Vision Factory in association with Philips Interactive Media. Thank you, Seb. I can always rely on you when it comes to CDI. They also made The Apprentice and some of the better games on the system. Perfect. Good stuff. Okay, right. So what we'll do then, guys, I'm going to finish off quickly showing my collection because I've only got a few more games to show, actually. And then that'll be all my collection shown. If you've watched this whole stream from the beginning, then you'll have seen how many games I've got. I've got so many. It's not even funny. Myself and my broski, Shock 16, have been doing a mini CDI YouTube series. We've already put one episode up already. We've got the other two is currently being edited. It's been filmed. Shocks is very kindly editing it for us, and that'll be up in due course. The first one was Zelda Wand of Gamelon, where basically I get Shocks to play this game when he's never experienced it before and see his really funny reactions on camera to see him trying to painfully play through it because it's one of those really shoddy, awful games. So do check that out if you're interested. And we're going to be putting the second one up as well in due course. So if you're enthusiastic about the CDI or if this live stream has triggered any interest in any way, feel free to check that out. It's both on my channel, Dancentralz, and obviously Shock 16's channel as well. It's called the CDI Experience. The first season is going to be 6 episodes, and also we're filming a second season as well. So do stay tuned for that. So the last games I'm going to show then physically are a really good game, which has got a very kind of Streets of Rage feel about it.
I'm excited.
And it's one of my favourite games on the system. I've actually, funnily enough, had a few people play this that weren't too sure, and they loved it. They really loved it. It's got a great soundtrack, which I also have in my iTunes. It's a game called Mutant Rampage Body Slam. It's a really, really, really good game. Honestly, if you like the Streets of Rage, it's really good. For a CDI game, they did a bloody good job of it. The great thing as well is I've also got on this what's called a tag pad. Now, a tag pad is where you've got 3 characters that you can choose from. And say you choose one character and you're playing through the level. It's all side-scrolling like Streets of Rage. Obviously, beating up the characters as they come towards you. And you suddenly get to stage where you think, you know what, I fancy changing character. If you come across what's called a tag pad, you bounce onto it, it goes up off the screen, and you can then switch from character to character. The other character you switch to will then come down from where you left off, and then you carry on with the next character. It's a really, really cool idea. And I actually don't know any other games that do that. I could be wrong. But for a CDI game, it's a very creative and really good idea. If you're getting bored of one character, or say a character's running out of life or health, and you know they're about to die, switch character, you can carry on. You know, you've got another character that's got full health. So great idea to do that. And for a CDI game, it's very, very impressive, really impressive. So again, it's almost like Streets of Rage, but on CDI. So like I said, there are some good games on the system. They're not all bad. People that go around saying, oh, it's a rubbish system, there are some good games. So give it a chance before you start saying, oh, it's rubbish and all that stuff, all right? Give it a chance. From here, we've then got another game. Again, it's aimed sort of towards the younger generation. It's all about learning to add up and maths and stuff. It's called Sticky Bear Maths. There was another one in the Sticky Bear series as well, but I obviously don't have it. So again, you can make it easy or you can make it hard. The funny thing is, the hardest levels of maths on here, even I can't answer because it goes stupid. You go on to like division and multiplication and they just go silly and it gets that difficult, even I can't answer it. So, you know, does appeal to everyone, I guess. And then I actually do have a video CD, but it's not a film. You remember that TV show Sooty and Sweep when you were growing up? They released a video CD on Sooty Start to Read. I actually had this on VHS from when I was a kid as well, and they released it on CDI too. This is actually quite rare to pick up for the CDI, but I managed to pick it up quite cheaply on eBay quite a while ago. And again, it just plays like a DVD would in a DVD player, but it just works on the CDI instead. So and it's quite cool. Like it works almost like a VHS, so you can pause the thing at any time, and it brings up on the screen a play, a fast forward, a rewind, and it's almost like a VHS in a way. And you can actually do that, but on the CDI. So it's quite a cool thing in that respect as well. And then finally, it's a CDI port of very classic game, very heavily played on the PC back in the day. The sequel was called The 11th Hour. This is the original. Of course, you know what it is. It's a Seventh Guest. There you go. CDI port, not bad at all. Obviously using full motion video, using the digital video cartridge, very, very good. And what was also cool about this is that it came with not just the game as a disc. If you pull it apart, you also get the music CD soundtrack with it as well to save them straight into your iTunes. So not a bad soundtrack if you like your kind of relaxing, jazzy kind of sort of style. Then that's probably one that's for you. But the game is really good, not bad compared to the PC port. So there we go. If you have watched that from the beginning, you will know how many games I've been showing. Absolutely loads and loads and loads. So that is my extensive collection. So thank you for sticking with it if you've watched me show all of those. If you do want to watch it back, you're welcome to go back and watch this live stream at another time. Or I have got a video on my YouTube channel showing the collection in an actual separate video as well, if you so wish. But there we go. 10th for Ibis. Well, I'm going to go and kick the shit out of my guest on Smash Brothers. See you later. Okay, enjoy. Whether that's the N64 version, whether that's Melee, whether that's Brawl, whatever one it is, enjoy. Love who you are. That's 10th for Ibis's famous saying, love who you are. See you later, mate. Enjoy Smash Brothers. Cool, and there we go. Great stuff. So hopefully that's given you guys a lot to think about in terms of the Philips CDI. If you were someone that didn't rate it, someone that had heard bad stuff about it and just kind of went with that rather than making your own mind up, hopefully that swayed you a little bit to give it more of a chance. There are some really good games on this system, guys. I'm not trying to say there aren't any bad games, because I'm not silly. I know there are. But there are some really good ones. Burn Cycle, in my opinion, is the best game on the system. It's almost like a short film, but it's so much fun to play. Really, really good fun. Mutant Rampage, really, really good game. Worth picking up for sure if you do own the system and don't happen to have it. The Seventh Guest is a great port on the CDI. They did a really good job of it. So if you like it from the PC, feel free to give the CDI port a chance because it is really good. From there, Mystic Midway is not a bad arcade shooter either. If it's your sort of thing, not bad at all. Little Devil, again, another quite a good game if you've got the patience with it. Sorry about the light glare. Hotel Mario, again, quite repetitive, but not the worst Mario game in the world. So if you fancy seeing how the CDI plays in terms of Mario, feel free to go and check that one out. And Daimo's Quest is also another really good game that I find really fun as well. 51 levels, collecting all the sweets, you know, you can't go wrong. So yeah, in terms of bad games, I can't not show them as well, I guess. You know, I've got to give my good share of good and bad. I can't just promote the good ones because that's unfair judgment. But Zelda is awful. It is absolutely horrendous. If you did catch the very first part of this live stream right at the very beginning, on the first part, I started with this. I showed you the full FMV sequence to the introduction, which was just cringy, very embarrassing. Even Nintendo are too embarrassed to admit even today that they even made this game. They were asked about it in an interview once, and then I think they refused to comment. So there we go. But yeah, awful game. The gameplay is horrendous. The controls are just evil. You know, the first button you strike with your sword. The second button does everything else. The third button does absolutely nothing. The second button does everything. Goes into your pouch. You go through doors. You throw items. Third button does nothing. What a stupid button setup. The only good thing about it is the music. That's it. Link Faces of Evil, again, equally as bad. Equally as bad. Don't pick these up. Just don't do it to yourself. I know Aiden GameTap is looking to pick them up, but you'll probably regret it. You'll get so frustrated with these games. I completed the Zelda one, but it was only after putting in hours of frustration and pain and agony. It was very dark times in my life. Very dark times they were. Link, I've not even completed because I've not got the patience to even stick with it. So, you know, not good at all. But there are a lot of good games, guys. So do check them out and let me know what you think. Half-Blind Gamer, the Seventh Guest is great on the CDI in terms of presentation, but they cut 2 whole puzzles. How dare they? And the order in which you can do the puzzles is also slightly different, making for a very confusing narrative. Well, that, okay, I'll admit, that's not on. That's not on. Especially if they've cut 2 whole puzzles out, if you're used to them on the PC and then they suddenly disappear. Unless it was the fact that the CDI was more restrictive. Well, I suppose it would have been more restrictive than the PC. It wouldn't have been as powerful. Maybe they run out of memory. Maybe they had to make a few sacrifices when they ported it over. I don't know. That's just a guess. But still not good, though. Still not a good thing at all. 10th for Ibis. I'm playing Smash Brothers on the Wii U. Oh, Wii U? So that would have been Brawl? No, not Brawl. Is it Brawl? No,
it's just Wii U.
Oh, Super Smash Brothers Wii U.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers Wii U. I've got it in my cupboard.
Is that what that came after Brawl? Then did it?
Yeah, it was Super Smash Brothers on the N64 or Smash Brothers on the N64. Then you had Melee, Brawl, and Wii U, and obviously 3DS.
Oh, nice. Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, because I've got N64 one, Melee on the GameCube, and Brawl on the Wii. But I'd forgotten they'd done on the Wii U.
Good game. Great stuff. But it's just I haven't got the time to put into it, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Great stuff. Now, guys, I'm so grateful to all of you that have come on board, supported this live stream. I wasn't too sure how it was going to go. I was very rusty. I did have a bit of a loose structure, but I wasn't too sure how it was going to go. I was worried it was going to fall apart at times. Maybe it did start and stop a bit too much here and there, but overall, I'm really pleased. I got up to about 8 viewers, and for me, that's absolutely fantastic. I got 2 guys come on in the flesh, Dan Ibbotson and obviously Aidan and Mark Edwards, 2 awesome guys as well. And so many of you have been commenting. I really can't thank you all enough. It's been really, really awesome to chat about the Philips CDI, just to be all nostalgic about it, talk to Sebastian, the Half-Blind Gamer, about it. Obviously Odd Pod, who I've now convinced to go out and buy loads of Philips CDI games. So that in itself has just made it really worth it. And everyone that's come on board, it's been absolutely awesome. I mean, I've still got, what have I got? Let's have a look. Still got 3 viewers, and one's obviously going to be Mr. Dan Ibbotson himself.
I'm not watching you on YouTube.
You're not watching me? Oh, I don't know. Oh, hang on, I'm getting people message me on other platforms. Oh no, these are old ones. That's all right then. 10th. Oh, he sent me earlier. I'm in your stream. I hope I can comment. Where are you reading the comments? Oh yeah, he was still getting used to the whole Q&A thing, so that's all good. Oh yeah, I just got your link, mate, to the AliExpress.com.
Yeah, I'll let if you want to wait like a couple of weeks and see what mine turn up like.
Yeah. Oh,
I've got 13 games coming, or 12 games coming, something like that.
That is now actually no, it's fine because. We'll digress for just a tiny bit because I know the viewers are going down a little bit because it's getting later. The S Factor Sonic and Silver repro, I've got that
as a repro.
I've got it as a repro, mate. Do you know what? Funny enough, as I say that, it's sitting next to me. Hang on a sec.
Lovely. You've got all yours in like clear cases. I wonder if I get mine like that.
You might, yeah, you should. Well, I bought these off a really good friend of mine who knows a really talented engineer. I think I said this once in my Sonic Eraser.
When you just mentioned about that.
Who just does them for him, and then he then packages them really well. And these aren't, you can tell that already, aren't official Mega Drive cases. They're actually slightly bigger, and I know that because I tried to put these covers in an official Mega Drive case once to try and make it look more official. Because they're bigger, when you go to shut them, they start to squish into themselves because they don't fit too big. So I had to stop that obviously straight away. When you open them, obviously you've got the repro cartridge inside, but obviously when you look inside, it's not actually how you would see it in a Mega Drive case. And they do fit just, but they still slide a little bit. They're not the easiest to get in. They just about fit though. So
okay,
not too bad.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they come through on that.
Yeah. Well, basically, what I've basically picked up S Factor Sonia and Silver, which is great. And have you ordered this one?
Yes.
I might need to help you out actually, because the idea is you should be able to play as this hedgehog here, Scourge the Hedgehog, which is basically, he looks like Sonic, but he's green.
Right.
But when you go on the game itself, you can only select Sonia or Silver, and for some reason you can't select Scourge at all. Yet he's on the front cover, and I said to my mate, like, "Why is that?" And he was like, "I don't know. It's not down to me. My friend did it for me. I've just kind of sold it on, etc." So I did some research. You can unlock him, but you just have to put certain passwords in, and you don't have to do any like playing through the game or any like fancy cheat codes. You just literally press on options when it starts, and it says password in the option screen. You put in certain passwords. When you come out of it and go back to the title screen and click start, he'll then come straight away to be able to play as him.
Quality. So
just so you know, you can play. You can also play as Blaze the cat from Sonic Rush as well.
Quality.
The funny thing is with Blaze, when she runs, she looks exactly like Sonic. She changes into Sonic. And when she stands still, she changes back into Blaze again. So it's a little bit iffy with the mechanics, a bit loose there. But yeah, if you're interested, and anyone else is interested, guys, in terms of repros or just this hack, if you want to go on my Facebook, facebook.com/gaming369, that's facebook.com/gaming369, and you go into the picture section. I've put about, it took me ages actually, I was taking pictures of the TV screen, so I'm a bit sad like that. There was about 15 at least pictures of me playing as Blaze the Cat, me playing as Scourge, me selecting them from the character select screen, so you can see how they look on the screen visually. So if you're interested, feel free to check out my Facebook, Gaming369. There'll be loads of pictures in there of this game with me playing as Scourge and Blaze the Cat.
I've got coming. Do you want me to go through what I've got coming?
Yeah, I mean, have you got that one?
That is the next one as well. So I've got
Is it? Metal Sonic Hyperdrive.
So I've got the S Factor, Metal Sonic, that one you're holding.
Yeah.
Mighty the Armadillo and Sonic the Hedgehog, Fix
Cool.
It Felix,
Yeah.
Dr. Robotnik's Creature Capture.
I was gonna get that, but I'm not too sure, just because it I don't know. It looks.
Isn't
really
it just like a Sonic game that you're playing as?
It's like Flicky.
Yeah.
You have to collect all the animals and put them back in the thing. It's like Flicky. You have to collect them all in the net and avoid the cats. Great concept. I love Flicky. Don't get me wrong. And I was going to get Creature Capture. I really was. But I don't know. For me, it's just like there's not as much variety as I would want. But I might still pick it up. I'm not saying it's not going to be a good thing. It's what they've done with it is interesting. Yeah. And I'm sure it will play really well. I really do. I just, at the moment, I'm focusing on more platform variety at the minute. And I may pick it up later. So.
Well, I've also got Sonic the Hedgehog, The Lost Worlds game, not Lost World.
That one.
Yes.
Just keep saying them, and I've got them. No, mate, you are going to love this. I completed this the other day. It's obviously all the abandoned levels from Sonic 2.
Yeah, that's the one I'm really excited for.
Mate, to have this, and when you have this in your hands, when it comes, you'll be the same. To actually hold this and to be able to put it in your PAL Mega Drive and be able to play all the abandoned levels from Sonic 2 is just, you just can't describe it.
I'm well excited for that.
You can't describe it. If you're a hardcore Sonic fan, especially, you can't describe it. You've got like Dust Hill Zone, you've got like Wood Zone, you've got Rock Zone, you've got Winter Zone, and also, I don't know if you've heard of the infamous Casino Night Zone from Sonic 2, but the beta version.
Right.
The one that looks completely different to the finished version that we got in Sonic 2, but it looks better.
Is that in there?
It's pink. It's all pink inspired. I'll have to send you some pictures, or if you go on my Facebook at some point, they're all in there. In fact, I might even have a few still saved on my phone. But you know how Casino Night Zone looks on Sonic 2, yeah? Basically, what they did in Lost World is they took when they were still designing Casino Night Zone back in the day, they actually came up with an early prototype where it was different colours and it was a different theme. But then they scrapped it in the end and went with what we've got today. But they found it and they put it on here. Right, so obviously you know how the original looks. It's not going to be very clear, but that's me playing it the other day. I don't know how clear that is. I don't think you're going to see that. It's not going to be much point.
I'll check it out on your Facebook.
Yeah, feel free.
I can get an idea of that, yeah.
Yeah, it looks... I'm just going to see if I can... Oh, hang on, that might do a bit more. Maybe.
Yeah.
Ish.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's picking up now, yeah.
Yeah, it looks totally different, mate. And it's, in my opinion, it just looks better. There's the very start of the level when you first start. But just
cool.
The pink that's on it, it just looks.
So are these using the sprites that you see in pictures, or are these actual made levels from the people that made the game?
What, Sonic Lost Worlds? Sonic Lost World. Well, basically, there was so basically, from what I recall, there was an original prototype done like quite a few years ago, where someone had managed to find some of the code from the abandoned levels, but they were still quite broken. But it released some of it so people could get an idea of what the levels were meant to be like. And then apparently the guy that's done this has managed to take all that from that prototype, take it into his own project, clean up the levels that were like broken, managed to sort of fix them a bit better so they look more complete. And then I think he then went and looked at some of the interviews that some of the guys at Sega and Sonic Team did back in the day, talking about what the levels should have looked like if they had been included in the final edit, and taken those ideas and kind of put together some other levels to try and make it as close to what they envisaged it to be in the first place. And kind of try to realise Sega's dream, I suppose, as much as he could. The only thing I have noticed that there is one level I've come across. I think it's called Neo-Genocide City Zone or something. It's not in here, but I've seen it on YouTube, and it's kind of another extra zone, which makes you wonder why it wasn't put in here. It was based around skeletons and kind of creepy, kind of dark kind of theme. But it's not on here. It's the only one I've noticed it's not included, but most of the others are. There's also Cyber Cities on there, and yeah, as I said, the Casino Night Zone, but the old beta version, which is so much better in my opinion. So, but yeah, like I said, when you start to play it, it'll make more sense to you. Oh, and the Hidden Palace Zone, of course, the original Hidden Palace Zone, not the one from Sonic.
I'm well excited for that one, mate. Well excited.
Yeah, not the one from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the original. It's so good. So good.
So yeah, I've also got Shadow in Sonic the Hedgehog 1, Knuckles the Echidna. That looks good.
Knuckles the Echidna?
Yeah, in Sonic the Hedgehog 1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then obviously, yeah, Shadow in Sonic 1 as well. Aladdin 2.
Okay, yeah.
That is basically the SNES Aladdin, but played on the Mega Drive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wacky Races for the Mega Drive.
Oh yeah.
Do you know about that? That was a game that was like fully made, really, really good. It's supposed to be like probably the biggest rival to Mario Kart for the Mega Drive. And
oh really? No, I didn't know.
100% finished the game, and then they found out they didn't have the rights. So it wasn't until the Dreamcast that very similar mechanics that they pushed into the Dreamcast one, but obviously it was 3D, not like old school Mario Kart. Vexor the Crocodile on Sonic 1, Sonic Eraser, which is what you've got.
You got it. Good, man. Yeah.
And finally, Chester Cheetah, Too Cool to Fall, and I've actually designed the cover for that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I've got it coming, because it's an American-only game.
Yeah, of course.
So I've changed it all up with the blue Mega Drive. Yeah.
Oh, mate, that's decent. That's really, really good. Awesome stuff. Just going to quickly, actually, as well. Half-Blind Gamer, thanks for the stream, Dan. Very well done. And 2 people have even liked that comment as well, so they agree with him. Mate, I really appreciate that because, again, as I said before, I'm a little bit rusty when it comes to streams unless I'm taking part. If I'm not hosting, I'm a bit more relaxed. When it's a bit more pressurized, I get a little bit. So thanks for kind of all your support and making me feel like it was a job well done. Half-Blind Gamer, time for bed. There's a small present waiting for you in your Facebook inbox. Take care. To the 2 of you, both you and Dan, had a nice time and had some new channels now that I can subscribe to and watch. I've got a present in my Facebook inbox. Right, okay. Oh, it's going to be on my other account. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, what a legend. Oh, you are one of my favourite people, Seb. You really are. So basically, earlier on, you wasn't here, Dan, we put on an encyclopedia thing on CDI, and I was showing Oddpod and Seb and all the other guys about what this encyclopedia could do, and it had this time machine element that you can travel through time and stop on different articles, and it makes it a bit more exciting visually. And it has some really funky music. And I just happened to be dancing away to it like an idiot. And I said I really liked it. And he's gone and ripped it from the disc for me. Amazing. You are just... Oh, no. I'll play it later because it's going to get a bit too loud. Yeah. I love it. I'm absolutely ecstatic about that. Right. Anyway. Cool. That is awesome. Oh, he's from the Netherlands as well. He's not even UK based, but like he loves the CDI like just as much as I do, and we are both like obsessed with it. And we have so many games, and like if I want to share anything with the CDI, I know he's always gonna like comment on it and stuff. And again, guys, those of you that's still watching as well, thanks again for making it this far. But I've actually got 2 different sources on Facebook related to the CDI. If you're interested, if you've not already looked at, I've got a like page for the Philips CDI that I'm running, and I've also got a Facebook group officially as well itself. The group's called Philips CDI Appreciation Group, and the light page is Philip CDI Realm, so REALM. They're both being moderated and run by me, and I'm updating them as regularly as I can with any soundtracks that I add to my iTunes from CDI games to preserve its music history. Any high scores that I get on any games that I'm proud of, I'll take pictures of, screenshot and put up there. And the idea is for you guys, if you do happen to do any yourselves, to do the same, and just to kind of just keep the kind of Philip CDI legacy, I suppose. I mean, maybe some people would say that's not the right word to use, but just keep it alive, really, because if you are that enthusiastic about it, or you're getting into it at a late stage, it's another good platform to chat about your experiences of it and what you like about it. So if you're interested, guys, there's 2 sources there on Facebook. Do join them if you like the look of them, and feel free to post on there as well and get involved. So that's good. I think we've done a lot of CDI stuff again, so that's why me and Dan are talking a bit more about Sega repros and stuff. Just to digress a tad, because obviously it's been heavily Philip CDI based, and I think I've probably exhausted most avenues at the minute. So it's good to have a bit more of a discussion about something else, because I think again it's stuff that Dan probably is a bit more kind of exposed into as well. So it kind of is good to kind of diverse off a little bit. But yeah, I mean, repros again, as we're starting to talk about, they're really good. I mean, I know some people think they're good and some people don't. But I think I personally have always thought they were great since I've discovered them. You know, it kind of
nothing against them, isn't it?
It puts a new spin on them, doesn't it? I mean, obviously they don't make the games like as if they're brand new, but they make them new, if that makes sense. It takes an original game and it changes the level design or whatever, and it makes it almost like a new game, even though it's not a new game, if that makes sense.
So you're looking at ones that are actually like mods and stuff.
Yeah. There's a massive fat ass fly that's just flown onto my laptop screen, and it's bigger than a normal fly, and I'm not very happy with that because it won't move. Go away, seriously. Oh, it's not even like a normal fly. It's like, I don't know. It doesn't want to move very well. It doesn't fly very well. Sorry, guys. I know this is not very exciting to you guys watching. I'm talking about a random fly on my laptop, but you can carry on talking. Go on, go. Ah! It buzzed at me. Right, it's all good. We're good. Yeah, so repro, sorry to talk really randomly there. Yeah, I just personally, I think Dan does agree. They are really good. They enhance the experience. You know, Sonic is a good example. You know, you've played Sonic 1, 2, and 3 to death, for example. Suddenly now you can experience Sonic 1 in a whole new light, or you can just, it's almost like a new Sonic game. You can now start playing completely new levels. I mean, Metal Sonic Hyperdrive, when I first saw it, I thought, you're only going to be able to play as Metal Sonic. Okay, fair enough, but it's just a bit, okay. Not at all. You can play as Sonic. You can play as a character called Lone Devil, which is to do with the guy that created the repro, actually created the hack. He made his own kind of character, like an additional character, which is a devil. He basically flies forwards throughout the levels themselves. You can also play as Mario, and you can also play as Kirby. So it's really, really random, but really good. The great thing about Kirby in particular is that obviously you need to be able to spin dash at certain points, but he can't. So what he does instead, he does his classic, and everything kind of, so all the rings just kind of come towards him, and basically, yeah, you get to see his classic attack move in a Sonic style game. But yeah, it's great to be able to play as normal Sonic as well as Metal Sonic. Yeah, obviously, as I say, as well as, well, they call him Samari, but it's obviously Mario. And Kirby, as I've said, and the Lone Devil. The Lone Devil, a character that you probably never heard of, I'd never heard of, but actually he's quite good to play as. The only thing that he's not good at doing is spin dashing. So if you're underwater and you get stuck right at the bottom, you can't spin dash to get out, because some levels have like almost like a U, and you have to be able to spin out of the water. And if you can't spin dash, you're stuck. And I've been stuck so many times with him and just decided to change character again. But yeah, not bad overall. And as I said, Sonic Lost Worlds, yeah, again, being able to play the abandoned Sonic 2 levels is just absolutely incredible. And yeah, Sonia and Silver, in the S Factor. Again, the level designs in this are just top notch. You can't fault them at all. And the bonus stages still play like normal action stages. It's not like you'd get on Sonic 1 where it'd be like a rotating table. It plays again like a proper action stage. So yeah, repros, I think they're great. I really do. I mean, I have gone on a bit of a spending spree lately. Maybe not such a good thing. Spent a bit too much money, but they are worth getting. I mean, if anyone's still watching, feel free to post any comments what you think of repros if you wish. Otherwise, feel free to just continue listening if you so wish. But yeah, I mean, I've also got a repro for the Mega CD, which is of Sonic Mega Mix.
Yeah, I got that.
Another great hack, which of course Dan, who I'm talking to personally now, also has. I've also got an earlier version of Sonic Mega Mix, the 3.0 version on the Mega Drive cart. The 4.0 version is what I've got on Mega CD, and obviously, which Dan's also got Sonic Eraser as well. So I think the hacks that I've got and that Dan's got coming are probably the most of the best ones that you can get, or the most main ones you can get. Obviously, things like Mighty the Armadillo in Sonic 1 and Shadow, it's again great. The only difference is the character as opposed to the levels. So for me, I may pick them up at some point if they're cheap as well. Why not? But for me, at the moment, if I am picking up any, it's where the levels have been totally changed, because for me, it's all exciting. And then I'll look at getting any kind of different characters in kind of the originals, if you like, a bit later on. But they're still obviously going to be awesome. There's also another one, Sally Acorn. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw that.
You also get in Sonic 1 as well, so you can go on. I mean, that's how they make their money. Obviously, you could get any character you like, and I mean, there's that famous one. You know, they've now produced a Sonic the Hedgehog in Streets of Rage 3, so that's now been released, and there's a guy selling that on eBay. You can actually play as Sonic the Hedgehog now in Streets of Rage 3. Sounds really, really bizarre. You can see a video of it on YouTube, which I was watching. It actually works quite well. I'd see Sonic fighting through a Streets of Rage game. Totally bizarre, but seems to still work. So, you know, different, but you could go on. You could take any kind of two games, like a character of one game, and put it in a different game. I'm sure it's not hard to do if people know what they're doing. And if you're interested in it, you're going to buy it. So there's obviously a market for repros, because obviously people wouldn't be buying them on those. You know, I must have bought about 6 or 7 repros since I've heard about them. So, you know, the money's there, and the market's there. You know, they're not always legit, you know, but it is what it is. You know, people do it, and that is what it is. But yeah, they're great. I think they're awesome. I really do. And Sonic Mega Mix is one of the best, in my opinion, that I've ever played. And it's one of the very sort of more famous ones that's been done as well, especially the version of Mega CD. Plays really well. So yeah, great stuff. I mean, my setup on Sega stuff at the minute, I'm really proud of, actually. You can't see very well, to be fair, because I've got so much stuff in front of it. But you can just about see here my Mega Drive Master System converter number 2. So obviously you put the Master System cart in the top. Put the Master System cart in the top.
I've actually not seen the number 2 one. I used to have number 1, but
yeah. Do you know what the funny thing was? I almost got a Model 1 Master System converter, but then also I've got a Model 2 Mega CD, and I've got a Model 2 Mega Drive as well. But I was stopped at the last minute because I didn't realise that the Model 1 Master System converter doesn't work in the Model 2 Mega Drive. So I very nearly went and bought it, and people were like, "No, don't do that, it won't work." So it turns out that if I buy Model 2, it'll work. And I'm glad I did anyway, because it looks better. I mean, the Model 1, sorry, in my opinion, the converter just looks very, I don't know.
Massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just unnecessarily big, and it looks really like it looks really weird. It's like quite flat, and it kind of curves round. It just I don't know. I just didn't like it at all, really. But this just looks really, really stylish, and you can even cover up the top to keep the dust out when you're not using a car and stuff like that. Yeah, I just like it a lot, and you can put that in a Model 1 or a Model 2 Mega Drive, and it works in both. So. But yeah, I mean, there's also been a debate about Mega Drives and Mega CDs. You know, you have to do a Mega Drive Model 1 with a Mega CD Model 1 and a 2 and a 2. You can't do a 1 and a 2 or a 2 and a 1.
Rubbish.
Oh, doesn't look very nice. Well, for all of you out there, I just so happen to now have a Mega Drive Model 1 connected to a Mega CD Model 2 with a Master System in the top, and it works, and I like it. And the only reason that is because my Mega Drive Model 2 is broken down. But anyway, I still like it. So don't let anyone influence you either way. If you want to put a 1 and a 2 together, do it. You can. They wouldn't have made available these expansion ports you can buy to put on the edge of the Model 1 so that it fits better because it's longer if it wasn't, you know, achievable. So, yeah, do what you want to do. If you want to do a 1 and a 2 or a 2 and a 1, do it. Do it. I mean, my Mega CD very nearly broke down recently. But luckily, it wasn't the Mega CD that was playing up. It was actually the Model 2 Mega Drive, thank God, because they're not as pricey. So I've had to basically get rid of that, and I've had to stick my Model 1 on it for the time being because that still works. And I'm in the process of getting another Model 2 actually as we speak. So it's all good, really. But yeah, I'm happy with my setup, and that's kind of it, really. But I mean, I have so many consoles, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. So yeah, it's all good really. But I grew up on Sega stuff and then went on Nintendo later. But I've got a good mix of both now. I mean, in terms of games that I'm looking to play very soon, actually, I mean, I'm going back to obviously the Shenmue 3 Kickstarter that's recently finished, and they've raised loads of money towards Shenmue 3. I'm now looking to go back to playing 1 all over again because it's just so good, and obviously looking to then go on to 2 again afterwards because I want to experience them again properly. Obviously, it's going to take me a while, but I want to do it. I want to go through it all again and get psyched up for the 3rd one. So
I actually have on the back of repros. I have a repro of Shenmue 2 with the English text in it.
Oh, really?
English voice in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's a free download. You can get it yourself. It's just a bit awkward to burn off with your like 99-minute discs and all that. Got a really nice case. I can't show it to you. It's actually upstairs where everyone's asleep. But yeah,
that's cool. No worries. That's good to bear in mind because obviously, on the Dreamcast, it was obviously Japanese, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's taken all the text out of the Xbox version and put it in the Dreamcast one, so you'll still be able to use your VMUs over and.
Oh no way! That's wicked.
Yeah,
I do own the original Xbox version of Shenmue 2 as well, but obviously, that's great because you've got that on the Dreamcast then as well. Oh, decent, man! I didn't know that. That's really good to bear in mind. Actually, that's cool. I mean, even on the Dreamcast itself, I mean, 2 of my most recent pickups actually, which I've not even shown actually on a video yet. So if you're still watching, you're actually very, very lucky, should I say? No, you're not really.
I saw this. You put it up as a picture, didn't you, on Facebook?
Yeah, I did, but you had to be a member of a certain group, which actually I can even mention it now. It's called Galaxy Sega. If you're not a member of the group, check it out, guys. The people in there, they're so awesome. There's no like rubbish going on. People don't try and scam anyone. If there's any trades or business that's done or games bought, it's always legit. The guys are fair. They don't rip anybody off at all. And this is a good example as well here. Crazy Taxi 1 and 2. I've got these sold to me by a really good friend of mine, Mr. Pete Armour, aka On a Retro Tip, which is his YouTube channel. He's going for a full UK PAL Dreamcast collection. He's not far off now. He really isn't. I think he's definitely under 100 to go. Anyway, and he sold both of these to me for £17, and the second one can sometimes go for that, if not more. So I want
to get a good copy of the second one. I haven't got a copy of the second one. Yeah. Bloody good game.
Yeah, I'm so chuffed to have that. It is such a good game. I mean, the first one is the most nostalgic because obviously Offspring. As soon as you turn it on, just love it. And obviously you can get Crazy Taxi free as well. I need to get. I know it's on Xbox, but I need to pick that up at some point.
Is that an expensive one?
Crazy Taxi 3. Do you know what? I've not even looked because although I need to pick it up, I've not actually done the research to pick it up yet because I've not got it.
I've got it and I've had it since I originally had the Xbox, but I just don't know if it's worth anything. I'm not going to sell it. I actually want to get the second one, so I've got them all.
Yeah, of course. Well, you got 1 and 3 then, basically.
1 and 3, yeah. I had 2 back in the day on a naughty disc, but yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Crazy Taxi 3 High Roller, released on the 24th of July, 2002. Bit of useless information there for you. I suppose what I should do really is go on eBay. I'm doing it on my phone because I'm using my laptop for this conversation. eBay UK. Right, okay, so Crazy Taxi 3 on Xbox, roughly, this one's going for $9.99. So you probably can't see that very well, guys, because my iPhones are probably too bright. There's a very vague cover of, there you go. You can't see the price, actually, it's way too bright, but it generally does say $9.99 underneath. So obviously not very dear. So even if I wanted to pick it up, I'd probably be all right, to be fair, in terms of price. Another one here, $9.49. So obviously not very expensive at all.
You're going to get under a tenner. You probably get about £7 if you look hard enough.
Yeah, I'm guessing obviously the Dreamcast ones would go for more, obviously, than the Xbox version does. I think they do. I think a lot of
Dreamcast. They don't have Dreamcast. They don't have Crazy Taxi 3 on the Dreamcast.
No, they didn't.
No.
And that's a shame because it would be great to have almost like the trilogy on the Dreamcast would be awesome. Mm-hmm. I think, I mean, this is probably just a guess to be fair, but I think they must have, Crazy Taxi 3 must have been in development at the end of the Dreamcast life. It must have just been on the tail end or something, and maybe it was like, we can't release it on the Dreamcast now because they're not selling anymore, so we'll put it on the next one, which is obviously going to be the Xbox at that point.
And unfortunately,
right,
you've got the the crappy iPhone or iOS version, haven't you?
Oh,
The new
yes. Yeah, I think I downloaded it, or did I?
Yeah, so I did, and instantly uninstalled it. I was like, this is rubbish.
Yeah. No, I do, because I took some pictures of it as well at one point, just some screenshots to kind of see how it compared. Where?
And then obviously you got him like in
Yeah, it's there. I knew it. Good old Sega. Hang on. Still loading. Yeah, no, I downloaded it. Yeah. City Rush. You can't see it, guys, sorry. No, it's not very good. It says Crazy Taxi City Rush. Yeah. I played it for a little bit and then I got really bored with it as well. So yeah. But yeah, I love it when they try and put a port of a certain game onto iOS or that, and it just never seems to do well.
What are you doing? Yeah.
It really doesn't seem to do well at all. You always get
I tell you what, though,
that.
when it comes out of Sega doing good games, have you tried out, what's it called, Tembo the Badass Elephant?
No, it's not got anything. No, it's not got anything to do with Dumbo, is it?
No. So, yeah. I wasn't testing you if you'd seen my video.
No. Yeah, no, I did. I loved it. It was very good. It was really well done.
Check out Tembo, the Badass Elephant. It's amazingly good.
Yeah.
It's this.
I'm gonna have with an elephant. That's going to be my guess.
Yeah, so yeah, you're this little fat elephant basically, and you're part of you have to, I don't know, you're part of the army or something, and it's just really good. You can walk really slow, or you can just push your button down and you zoom forward. I suppose Sonic-esque. Everyone's relating it to that because it's a Sega game, right. The controls are really good. I'm playing it at the moment on the PC, and it's so much fun. It's so good. And then I thought to myself, is this Sega? Are they getting back into it? And then I realised the game was actually made by Game Freak, which are obviously the people that made Pokemon for Nintendo.
Makes sense.
It all made sense. But yeah, brilliantly good game. Brilliantly good game.
That does sound intriguing. I'll have to. There's quite a few that I've actually been made aware of tonight. That I have to try and remember and put them in. Like this Plunder Ball as well on the CDI. Apparently, there was a prototype that has been released limited or something on a website. I have to have a look at that as well. Pej Charlie's still around. Good man. So excited for Shenmue 3, but I need to play the first two. You do. If you don't own them, unfortunately, as is always going to happen, everyone gets hyped up as they do, and some annoying pain in the ass people think they can then charge as much as they want. So now obviously the first two have skyrocketed in price. So just be careful. If you're going to purchase them, don't spend way too much, because some people are out there trying to really rip people off. So just be aware of that. I mean, I've got the Shenmue official soundtrack on CD as well that I bought for £2, believe it or not, in a local CD shop not too long ago.
I've got the soundtrack coming next month on vinyl.
You've what?
I've got the soundtrack coming next month on vinyl.
You ordered it, the different coloured vinyl. Is it blue?
Yeah, the blue and black one. Yeah.
The reason why I know that is because one of my other good friends, Pete Dickinson, he basically said to me, "Why don't you buy it?" And he sent me a link, so I saw the pictures of it. And it's because I've got it on CD that I didn't as such, because it was like, well, I've already got it on a certain format. Although it does look really cool, and I have still got my turntable that I can play it on.
I've got the Streets of Rage one as well.
I saw that as well. I did see that as well. Yeah. And even like Sonic, they had some really, really cool, even CD singles back in the day. That they did, like, there was a CD called Super Sonic Dance Attack back in the early 90s or whatever it was, that they released as a CD single, which was quite catchy. And then another one called Super Sonic, I think it was, which is quite funny. But yeah, they do that a lot at the time, whether it's CD or vinyl. They do a lot of stuff with games and stuff, game music. But yeah, it was just because I had it on CD. But the thing is, the CD soundtrack version is actually going for like £200 plus now. And now I'm like, oh God, do I keep it because it's nice to have as a legitimate item, or do I try and sell it because it's going for a fair bit? I don't know now, because I like having the legitimate thing because it's really nice. It's got a nice booklet with a really, really beautiful artwork inside. So it's like, because if I sold it, I'd never be able to get it back for that price. If I sold it and then went, oh, I shouldn't have sold it, I want to get it back. Now I've got to spend another, and I would never do that. So for me, it's like, I think I'll just keep it, sod it. I'm not going to miss the money too much. You know, I've got I'm happy with what I've got, sort of thing, and I'd never be able to get it back for that price. That's the problem. So I think I might just, cut my losses and just leave it. If you can't get the games for a good enough price nowadays, it's not worth it, I don't think. But yeah, so it's nice to have the first two still, because obviously I bought the first two Shemu's, obviously way back. It cost me, I think Shemu 2 cost me like 20 quid. And now you look at it on eBay and you're just like, oh, are you kidding me? The only thing I am missing though, and I know no one's ever going to sell the box on its own because it's always going to come as a set, which sucks. But if anyone ever happens to have the box to Shemu 2, the empty box, and you don't want it, let me know, because I'd love to put these in a box. A bit like Shemu 1's got. It just so happened that when I bought Shemu 2, they just didn't have the box in the store, and it was either buy these, it's the last copies, or you don't. So if you have an empty box, let me know. Oh, you're such a... Dad, can I have it? Can I put mine in there? Obviously, it's yours.
I'm putting mine in there.
Oh, you're such... Oh, what a tease. Not fair. Kick a man while he's down. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Even like my Shemu 1 box is a little bit battered because I've had this.
Yeah, mine is.
I've had it since release and stuff. Even like, oh my God, I'm sure the actual cases inside have got bits of paint on from years ago when like my granddad was painting one day and he flicked a load of paint on it by mistake when he was like, and they were sitting on the table next to him. Yeah, you can see like very, very faint kind of white paint specks. Yeah, there you go. Where he didn't mean to. He was trying to get some excess paint off the paintbrush, and I happened to accidentally leave, because I was only young, leave these right next to him, and it's splattered all over the box. But there we are. So yeah, if anyone's got it and you don't need it. I know Dan needs his, so it's fine. Let me know. But for me, it's like, I love the fact that I've got it and at a good price, but it just doesn't feel 100% complete. I need that box. But there we are. I'll tell you another one that actually goes for quite a lot nowadays, but when I got it, because it was like 2006 or something, it was like $9.99. Sonic Shuffle.
Oh, I haven't got that.
And do you know what? It was in mint condition as well, and it was only $9.99 at the time. But honestly, if you type it in on eBay now, you're going to get, I think, at least 40 quid. At least.
Oh, no.
But this, as I mean, honestly, this was only $9.99 when I bought it on eBay. But as I said, it's because it was years ago. And it's just amazing how the prices change as the years go by. But
I'll tell you what you're not like. I sold for I think it was about 90 quid on eBay about 6 months ago.
You sold for 90 quid, did you?
Not that, Knuckles Chaotix.
Do you know what? I don't really care for that game, and I'll tell you why. I'm not a fan of the ban system. I know it's different. I know it's like, okay, yeah, you've got two characters stuck together. I played one of the earlier prototypes that also uses that element, Sonic Crackers, which was meant to be the original Sonic 4.
I saw that.
Before it got scrapped.
I almost bought that as a repro, and then I thought to myself, why would I buy that?
Do you know what? That is so funny, mate, because I'm exactly the same. One of my good mates that was selling me the other repros, he had that as well. And he was like, do you fancy it? And honestly, I turned around and I said the same. I said, do you know what? I'm going to pass. And he was like, why? I was like, because I just don't fancy that whole ban system. And also, there's so many things wrong with it. I saw a review that someone did really professionally quite recently. And the amount of things he was saying, it was just like, yeah, it's just not worth it.
It's like...
Oh, just so many things wrong with it.
Finish the entire game in about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even
go into what's it, debug mode, or you can pause it or whatever. You can get them to freeze, and then you can just get them to move up and off the edge of the screen, and then complete it or something, or they die or something. I don't know. It's just still pretty broken game, so it just wasn't. And Knuckles Chaotix, yeah, it's all right. I mean, it is a complete game. It's not like a prototype. It was released, obviously, and I don't know. I think it's just not enough for me to go for it. The 32X, I mean, Aidan at GameTaf was saying to me the other day, you've got a Mega CD, you've got a Mega Drive, you've got a Master System converter, now you just need a 32X. I was like, no, I don't. I really don't. I've got no interest in getting them at all. I just don't like the look of them. I don't like the fact that they're so pricey, and the games that are on them are still really pricey as well. I just not for me. I'm not saying it's not for anybody. It's just not something I want to go.
I've got one, and I haven't got any games for it now. I've got a box 32X in my attic, and I haven't got one game for it.
Oh man, Knuckles Chaotix. Someone did do a hack of it once and put Sonic in that, and that does look quite cool. But I think for me, if you could get a version of the game where you could just play as Sonic on his own, not attached to anybody, but use those exact same levels, and just because don't get me wrong, the levels look absolutely fantastic. The level designs are so great. I just think they're so great for.
They would never be able to work though without the elastic band thing. They've all been designed around that.
I know. That's the thing. And if they could readjust it somehow, but obviously they wouldn't. It's just not enough. It's just not enough for me, and that's just a personal thing. That's all. And also I wouldn't get a 32X just to get that, because not only that, Knuckles Chaotix, not just complete, but PAL as well. Again, you're looking at least £100.
Yeah, well, I sold mine for about 80 about 6 months ago.
Yeah, it's just like you just can't. It's like even like another really stupid example is like Zelda's Adventure on the Philips CDI, one of the crappiest games you've ever played in your life, and everyone knows it, and you've only got to look at videos just to turn off straight away. Yet it goes for like £200 plus, all the time, and you're just like, why? There's nothing great about it. What are you paying for? Nothing. You're really not. It's a bird's eye view, but of real people, but it's still rubbish. It's the voice acting. The acting itself is just cringy, but there we are. It's another really bad example. Choo Choo Rocket, on the other hand, another good game.
Oh, so good.
Do you like it?
I love Choo Choo Rocket, and I've got in my attic.
I know. I've
got in my attic 4 keyboards to play it with keyboards.
I've got 2. You got from Poundland as well, didn't you? I think you
said
before. Yeah, so did I. Yeah.
But did you have you still? I wish I could find it, because I'd actually pay for it if I could find it. The little card that they sent you in the post that was in the shape of one of the rockets to say you can get a free copy of Choo Choo Rocket. I actually got a little thing in the post. It was like this little. It was like a postcard from Sega. Yeah. It was all cut out in the shape of one of the rockets, and it had some message on there. Because you've signed up to say go online or whatever else, you basically get a free copy of Choo Choo Rocket. And I just wish I could find that card.
No,
I don't have it anymore. Mine's long gone. I don't know where mine is. But.
No, I don't think I ever did either, if I'm being honest. It sounds awesome, but
it's just a bit of card. But I just love to fucking see it.
Well, did you ever go online on the Dreamcast? Because I never managed to do that.
Oh, I did a lot. I had. I think I've still probably got a VMU with the DLC for Choo Choo Rocket.
Because I bet it must have been amazing. I bet it must have been so good, because it was one of the first.
I was sitting in I'll tell you, I just sit in forums. It didn't look much different than an Excel spreadsheet, just like squares, and you just sit there and you're like, oh my god, someone's in, and it's like just starts up. Like, everybody move, and you're just all playing. You're playing literally live against people. And it's just
sounds so good.
I wish I could plug it. I wish there was like a Dreamcast day, one day a year, when everyone just plugs in their Dreamcast.
I'll be there. Honestly, I would. It's like Cat Mania.
That's on my phone as well. Some of the songs that.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what? I might even look at some of the tracks from Choo Choo Rocket later as well, and just like reminisce about that.
Isn't it like? Does it work when you put the music, when you put the CD in a CD player? I know the first tracks are like, this is a Dreamcast disc and must not be used in a Dreamcast unit.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah. I mean, there is quite a few. You can actually get a list if you look on like Wikipedia or Google. It gives you a comprehensive list of all the games across loads of systems that actually work as a CD. Some of the ones that I know are Sonic R, the PC version.
Yeah, I've got that.
Works as a CD.
The Saturn version's got a lot of all the Sonic Team games have got wallpapers on these. When you put the Sega Saturn discs in your PC, there are wallpapers. I mean, they're not the right resolution anymore, but they're high quality pictures like Knights and Sonic R and Sonic Jam and stuff.
Ah, nice. I mean, another one that plays the CD is Buster Move 2 on the PS1. And the music to that I
think like practically every PlayStation 1 game did.
I did it?
I think so. I remember listening to Tomb Raider on there and stuff.
Well, even Dymo's Quest does as well. That actually plays as a CD without having to do anything to it if you put it in your computer. And I actually like the music to that. I know it's not everyone knows about that game, but I mean, yeah, I just like games that do that. Oh, hang on, Pez Charlie, in case he's gone. There's this series that a lot of people compare to Shenmue called Yakuza.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't really comment, but my friend did a Shenmue live stream, and I noticed that it looked very similar. It might be a good series to build up the Shenmue 3 hype. I've heard of Yakuza as well, actually.
So basically, a lot of people like rag on Shenmue because it's so like you generally do wait for a bus in Shenmue, and you do get a job riding a forklift in Shenmue, and a lot of people look at that like, okay, this is too mundane. I love it, but I can understand why people don't.
I do. I like the QTE. I mean, the QTEs are just brilliant, just classic. I love them.
So the Yakuza, apparently, to a lot of people, is what Shenmue should have been, with a lot of that sort of taken out. I mean, I've not played Yakuza. This is like, again, what I've heard. But I mean, I don't know why I haven't picked it up, because I do love Shenmue. But I just know it's going to be something I'm going to have to put a lot of time in, and that's what keeps putting me off.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough, man. Oh, hang on, what's he said here? Yeah, really bad games often sell for a lot of money because they were only a small amount of copies released. Yeah, that's another good point, I suppose.
There's plenty of copies of Shenmue released. Do you know have you seen my Shenmue video?
Right. I tell you what happened. Right, Shock 16 came around my gaff the other day, and I went to put it on. Right, honestly, and you can ask him. Honestly, you can ask him. We watched your Dumbo one, and we absolutely loved it. And I went, "Oh my god, he's got a Shenmue one." Shocks went, "Don't put it on. I've not bought the games yet. I want to get hold of them because he's not played it before, but he wants to."
Right. Okay. So what I'll say, if Shocks listening, you can tell Shocks.
And he stopped. No. He stopped me
all of my videos tell the entire story. If you don't want to know the story, don't watch my video. And Shenmue, I don't do that at all. It's the only video I've done where I don't talk about the story at all. Like, literally, you wouldn't know what that story is about in the slightest.
I did say to Shocks, funnily enough, I don't know if he would have actually gone through the whole story, but Shocks was like, no. So I've not yet had chance, because I'm not blaming Shocks. He knows.
Well, tell him he can watch it, and I'm not just saying this to try and get a view. Honestly, you will not know anything about that game until you watch it.
If you do watch it,
I mean, if you don't watch it, then if you do watch it, it won't give away any of the story. It's just basically talking about the mechanics.
Yeah, that's cool. If you do have to, Shocks, then you can watch it. You're gone.
So the money behind Shenmue, everyone says about like the most expensive game ever made, or it was for the time. Yeah. So this is how it works, or at least my understanding from a lot of articles that I've read and stuff. So Sega said they spent $70 million making Shenmue, and it was like a mental deal. In actual fact, Yu Suzuki, the creator, came out and said that's a lie. We spent $47 million on it, which is still a well load of money.
Yeah.
$47 million is what they spent on Shenmue, Shenmue 2, the unreleased Shenmue on the Saturn, which was called Virtual Fighter RPG.
Yes.
And there are screenshots of Virtual Fighter RPG that show bits that happen in Shenmue 2. So technically, that $47 million is sort of split between 4 games. So now, where Sega said that they spent $70 million making the game, in actual fact, they spent closer to at least $11.75 million. So it's an incredible. That's like a seventh of what they actually said they were going to spend.
Yeah, cool.
So naughty Sega.
Yeah, definitely. That's really fascinating as well, just in general. Yeah, well, obviously they've raised Was it 6,300,000 and something?
Yeah, that's the worrying thing. Is right. Okay, my worry with this is when you go back and play Shenmue, as real as it is, it's the dialogue is really bad, but it gives it that charm, so that's fine. And also, I mean, it looks good. It doesn't look as good as games nowadays, but it still looks really good. So what am I going to want out of Shenmue 3? Am I going to want a game that looks like Shenmue 1 and 2? But then that isn't really what Shenmue's about. Shenmue's all about like the most amazing looking game in the world, and they're not going to make the most amazing looking game in the world on £6 million. They're just not going to do it. And
PS3 aren't helping to fund in any other way, are they?
No, they're doing the marketing for it. So where Sega said they spent £70 million on Shenmue, 47 that was on the production, and no one knows what they spent on marketing. So I mean, it is incredible that Sony are doing it, because wow, the only Kickstarter to ever break Kickstarter, because people just went crazy for it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Oh god,
I have actually edited a video while I've been talking to you. How good's that?
Oh wow, glad to see that I'm that interesting.
No, Or I just had to throw the audio in and put some pictures over it, and that was done.
Yeah, I know, I'm joking. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, good man. Multitasking, I like that. Oh, Oddpod said something else before we left. The Pavarotti game I have on CDI works in a CD player too. And on CDI, it's interviews and stuff with Pavarotti and learning all about him. Very weird. Okay. Pavarotti was what he was. He was an operatic genius.
Do you know Dancentralz? Dancentralz? Do you know that person?
You see more comments, are you?
No. These people have all subbed to me since I've been speaking to you, so I don't know if they're from you.
See, what can I say? You want some subs? You come to Dancentralz and I'll sort you out. I'm always there for you. Yeah, no.
Do you recognise Dancentralz or Apocalypse Ninja or Half Blind Gamer?
Yes, Half Blind Gamer is Sebastian, who ripped the encyclopedia and the Micro Machines music for me, and he's just mad about the CDI like I am, and he's in my CDI groups as well. A really, really nice guy. Honestly, you talk to
5,254 subscribers.
Yeah, because he's so well known in the community and he does such fantastic reviews, obviously heavily based on the CDI. He's actually played, oh God, I don't know how he did it, honest to God, but he's actually on camera from start to finish. He's played through the Zelda and the Link games on CDI from start to finish entirely on camera. It must have been so much agony for him. But he did it, and he's done Burn Cycle, and he's done Daimo's Quest, which is a sweet collecting level game, and he's just covered the CDI in so much depth. And again, a lot of the soundtracks I have from the CDI on my iTunes are because of him, and some of his sources and contacts that he has. But not only that, just a very nice and down-to-earth guy, and just a pleasure to chat to. And I was chatting to him most of the afternoon because, as I said, he was trying to get this Micro Machines music off this blooming CDI disc, and it was all in what were called GRN files.
Right.
GRN is apparently this really like ancient old file format that we seem to work out that it seemed like only CDI used it. It was that ancient. And for him to get it from GRN to another file format that we could actually work with was apparently absolutely just mind numbing for him. But he didn't give up. And next thing I knew, he was Facebooking me saying, I've cracked it. And I was like, you haven't. He was like, I've cracked it. And all these MP3 files started coming through, and I was like, oh my God. And it was just so great to be able to have that. So yeah, a lot of my soundtracks are because of him as well. And also just preserving the CDI's music history, like between the two of us, is something we're trying to do. And we're trying to do a few more games if we can. And it's just nice to be able to do that and just kind of realize a lot of the older music and what, for what it was, and just appreciate the composers behind it, because it's not, a lot of people don't tend to. So it was just great. But yeah, as I say, really nice. I do go off on a bit of a tangent, but really nice guy. If you do chat to him, you'll have some of the nicest conversation you've probably had in a while. So yeah, beautiful. For him to sub to you is a great thing, because he is very well known. So
quality, that's awesome.
So, good man. Yeah, you're obviously doing something right. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, really, really nice guy. And if I can help out with subs, of course, that's obviously a bonus. So
yeah, I've boosted up quite a lot recently. I'm up to 776 now. I've only had my channel a year, so that's not too bad.
Well, what can I say? That's more than impressive at the end of the day. I've had mine since 2006, and I've already got like, just over 1,000. But the thing is, obviously, I'm grateful for all of that, obviously, but I think some of them are probably dead, because I've had my channel since like 2006, and a lot of them guys have stopped it now. So, but I've never been about subs ever. I've done a few subscriber videos in the past where it's been like a 600 subscriber special, and that was more in the olden days, sort of the first time I was on YouTube, years ago, and everyone was doing those kind of, so I just did it along with everyone else. But I don't really do that anymore. I'm not about sub counts at all. I'm just about the people themselves and the interaction and the streams and the conversations. I'd rather have, as I said to Aidan on Game Tap earlier, fewer subs where they're all interacting and they all like your stuff, than loads of acquaintances, people that don't really check your stuff out, but they still sub to you. Because otherwise it's just like, well, there's not the support there then at the end of the day. So I've never really looked at my sub count. In fact, I don't really look at it at all. Because I've met some awesome people through YouTube. A lot of people that I'm really good friends with that I've met in person that I would never have met in person if I'd never made a YouTube. And that's what it's all about for me. And and that's it. And if obviously most of the subscribers you get, you won't ever probably chat to. If you do, it's probably like a message here and there, and that's it. But if you find those select few people that you do just chat to more, and you do really start to get on with, well, it's a total bonus at the end of the day. So, and I think that's where live streams help out massively. So.
Absolutely, mate. There you go. I might say goodnight.
And you know what? I was just thinking that actually it's come to quite a nice finish there, actually. Because I've been going since like 8 o'clock just after, because I had a bit of a delayed start because I got a bit of a problems with my computer crashing, and I couldn't remember how to get onto Google Hangouts properly and get everything going. But yeah, I mean, mate, thanks for coming on for as long as you did as well. Like,
no, that's cool, buddy.
Much appreciated. You didn't have to, but yet you did, and it means a lot. So thanks very much. And enjoy your replays. Enjoy your replays when they come.
Oh man, I can't. So I think they're going to take like a month to come here because
especially that one.
Oh, that's the one.
That's a point. Yeah, because my contact lives in the UK.
Yeah.
So when he sends them, it comes like 2 days later. Oh man, I shouldn't have teased you with them. Damn it.
Well, I mean, I haven't even got my Mega Drive set up at the moment, anyway.
All right then. You got plenty of time then. Cool. But I thought what I might do is get some Dreamcast goodness done tomorrow and start getting on some Choo Choo Rocket and some more Shenmue stuff. Might be what I might be doing actually. So I've got the week off at the minute, so I'm just kind of getting some gaming stuff in. So.
Sounds good.
Well, I've been going. Oh God, I've been going for 5 hours now.
That's like almost a day of work, mate.
Blimey, yeah, that is. I didn't expect to go for that long. I expected to go to at least 11 and maybe tailor off, but obviously it's not. It's not gone that way. So yeah, I guess it's a good way to end actually. I mean, we've got 2 viewers now. It's probably do I count, or is it you and someone?
It might be me and you. It might be me and you.
Either way, it's all good. If there is someone else out there, we are ending now, and thanks for staying quiet and just watching. If it is us two, then that's all good.
That's all
and
good.
Again,
man.
Thanks to everyone. If you are listening, you're probably not, so there's no point even needing to say anything. It's all good.
And you know what? I'm going to send you over. Well, actually, I need to send it to you. I was going to send you an exclusive little video, but you need to see it anyway because you're going to be part of this series.
Yes, you do. Because without spoiling, I'm not going to say anything because it will spoil anything. It's meant to be a surprise. But yeah, there's some exciting stuff coming at some point, but we're not going to say anything because it's going to spoil it. Blah.
Sounds good.
So yeah, cool stuff. And yeah, Seb sent me this extra bit of
mental YouTubers.
What's that? Sorry.
So, you got some mental YouTubers on this list. Like, I only work with like half decent YouTubers, and I tell you what, I've got some really good ones on here. So I think it's gonna be awesome.
The live stream, you mean?
No. I'm sorry about this thing that you're gonna be a part of.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, Pez Charlie. Literally like 2 seconds ago, just put. I'm still here. Oh, mate, you're still here at like 1:15. Oh, bless you. Thanks a lot for sticking around. So the 2 viewers must be Dan and Pez Charlie. Oh, mate, we're just about to end, but thanks so much for you as well as Dan for sticking around for this long. We wasn't planning on going this long, but it just seems to have snowballed this way. And thanks to Dan.
You making all those.
Oh yeah, that's on my Facebook in the background. Oh, and it's
that's me doing that.
And look on my phone as well. 109. Sorry, it should say there. Dan Ibbotson. You can't really see that. Has posted this, and this. It's all good because it's all synced to my phone, so everything goes off. But yeah. Thanks, Pez Charlie. You're a dude. You always post on my videos in general as well, and whenever I do a live stream, you always inquire about when it's happening so you can jump on, no matter when it is, day or night. So cheers, mate. It is really much appreciated, and also Dan, you too, man.
Cheers, man.
So thanks, guys. Thanks, Dan. Good to chat to you again, mate. It's been a while since the last one.
Yeah, mate, definitely. I'm going to be on my computer most nights, except for this weekend where I'm at a stag.
I'm
going to be on there a lot. I've got a time that I have to keep by with my videos now.
Oh, really? You had a strike of you?
No. What I'm saying is I've been given a deadline that I need to get everything done by, and I have to do an entire series within by the end of August. Are you doing it as part of someone else then, or something else? No. It's my stuff. It's been picked up for a TV show, and basically I just need to revert it all into that, and it's just like.
As in like a
I've got a
TV
lot.
show? As in like an actual, as in an actual TV show?
No, it's an actual TV show. It's only being played in Atlanta, so I need to find some Atlanta friends to take a picture of my show on the telly because I want to see it on a television.
Oh man! So you actually get to see it play.
Is what it is, mate. I had my own TV show in England.
Really?
It's called The Human Guinea Pigs. If you go to YouTube and type in the words "human guinea pigs," you will see a version of me about 7 years ago where I had my own TV show, me and 5 friends on Channel 5.
How did that come about then? Was that like was it like did someone ask for people to audition for something or?
No. Me and my mates used to just get wasted and get on it basically at parties and whatever and just do silly things, recording it and what have you. And it was before the days of YouTube, to sound really old. And we used to put it up and it used to be really bad and it used to be it was really, really, really lame. Like it was really dude, we all thought we was like fucking skater kids from America. And and it'd be like, dude, you fell over, that's extreme. But like it was so tame. And anyway, then Jackass came up.
It sounds awesome though. But I bet at the time it was so great just to be on the TV though.
No. This is before TV. So this was before the days of YouTube. So we had our little website and we had about 50 people hitting it. It was like nothing. And then we had we met up with Dirty Sanchez and we knew about
Bam Margera.
Sorry?
Bam Margera, was it?
No. Dirty Sanchez, the UK guys. We obviously we found out about.
Got it. Yeah.
We found out about Jackass, and we just decided, right, we really need to up our game now. And then we got really, really heavy with it. And I tell you what, this is the best thing. And I throw this in my wife's face because she's still with me all the time. She said to me one day, she goes, "You've got to stop doing this," because I had all these cuts all over my face from this stunt that I was doing the day before. And she goes, "You've got to stop doing this. Nothing will ever come of this, Dan." And then literally a week later, Channel 5 rang up and said, "We want to turn what you do into a TV show."
Yeah. But then if that was on Channel 5, that must have been an amazing thing for you guys.
Mate, it's one of those things, like the first ever time you work with telly, if you ever speak like Larry says the same thing, Guru Larry as well. Yeah. That's why I'm not getting excited about this thing that I'm doing, because anything happened like last minute. Oh, it's not being aired now. You just got to put up with that shit.
Oh, sure.
You never know. And I'll tell you what, when we had our first TV show, we were told we were going to be advertised on the side of London buses. We were going to have pencil cases with our faces on. There was going to be, those little rubbers you have on the top of pencils. Like, it was a family friendly. It was going to be like one of me, and it was by the second series, that's when you start earning the money and getting places to live at in America. And, just like, they filled our head with all this stuff. Literally, the show just went on and everyone just went silent. And it was like, guys, how's the TV show going? Guys. And no one returned our calls. And it went from, when you used to ring up the TV company, they'd be like, "You are speaking to whoever, the Daniel Ibbetson's health and safety advisor on the TV show." And it was just like I had my own fucking assistants and everything. And it was like this. And then suddenly, poof, like this.
That's just
it's insane. I'll tell you what, one of my friends, as soon as you type in human guinea pigs, you'll see him. He was my best man. A lot of these guys I'm going out with, actually the big guy, the fat guy, is actually his stag do that I'm going to this Saturday.
Oh, right.
So but the ginger haired guy, he got really depressed over it because he was just told, like, this is it, you will never need to work again, like, unless you call this work, like, this is you now, you'll be famous. And we were getting like notice when we went to clubs and stuff like that, and it was just like, fuck. And then all of a sudden, but if you lived in Italy, we were huge. And I don't know why. In Italy, we were massive, to the point where if you walk down the street, people would know who we are.
Wow.
But not anywhere else. And for about maybe 5 years, it stops now. For about 5 years, my Facebook would just get, or at the time MySpace, would just get absolutely bombarded with random people. So literally I'd go on my Facebook, or my MySpace, I hadn't been on there for a few days, I'd go on there and I've got like 25, 30 friends requests. And I'd go on there and they'd all be Chinese girls. And then another week I'd go on there and they'd all be guys from Australia. And I'd go on there another time. I'd be like, okay, so the TV show's being aired in Australia now for like literally years and years. Yeah. One of my mates has got this little 10-second video that this girl that like loved him in Italy was obsessed with him, sent him a video of us talking in Italian.
No way.
It's fucking insane. But yeah, that's the human guinea pigs.
What I'll do, I'm going to put my stuff away for a bit now, chill out for a bit, and then I'll before I go to bed, actually, I'll type it in and have a quick look.
Yeah, because they haven't got the full episodes on there. What I'm going to do, probably as part of my Patreon, is give all the episodes away because no one has them except for us, except for us 5 guys.
Okay.
Like give them away on like a disc or something. But the ones online are all like little mini clips. Yeah, we've done some pretty cool stuff. It wasn't as extreme as Jackass, but it wasn't as extreme as what we wanted it to be.
No,
the stuff we did before the TV show was
Jackass
really
do
extreme.
go overboard, don't they? Really?
Well, what we did was overboard, but the TV show wanted it to be more family friendly, and I was just like so happy we had a TV show. So it was like, yeah, let's just do it. And
you must have had some nasty bruises and everything. Then
I didn't end up too bad. One of the guys on there broke a rib. Another guy broke a collarbone. One guy was on crutches for a bit of it. Actually, you're well into your fitness. You know who's the guy that I always forget his name? The velodrome, like fastest man run by his own body. You know, like the velodrome racer. He was like, he used to be on the Weetabix adverts and really fucking. What's his name?
Velodrome.
You know, like where you're on a bike and you're like going round and round and round and round.
Oh, that thing inside. Velodrome.
Is that you say velodrome? Velodrome.
Yeah.
Fastest man. It's gonna be a picture of him. I know there will be.
Alfred.
That's him there.
Not Alfred Lettier.
No, his name is Chris Hoy.
Oh yes. And now
we raced him.
Yeah.
We raced him. It was just like to show how pathetic we were and how good he was. But,
right, got it. Oh no way.
Yeah, but we raced him. Yeah, Chris Hoy. I had liposuction as part of like the thing as well.
Oh God.
What else? That was actually going to be turning my fat into soap and then letting the guys washing it without them knowing that it was me. And then when they all lathered up. Well, no, that it was going to happen, but then right before the end, they said, "Stop! Don't do it." That's what Hitler did to the Jews. So, like, we was going to get like sued, and they had predicted that we might get sued if I did that. So, they used to make like purses out of people's ears and shit. Hitler did back in the day. So, what else did I do? Everything had a science theme to it. So, like. Liposuction, what's the science behind liposuction? We get one of our guinea pigs to do it. So there was that. There was, what else was there? You forget it. Oh yeah. I'm scared of heights. So they you know when they say, if you're scared of snakes, buy a snake, you'll get over it. Mine was heights. So they strapped me on top of one of those like biplanes, like on top of it, and took me up. That was wicked. I actually well like that. And who can say they're fucking wing walks? You know, that's awesome.
Yeah, of course.
What else did we do? We had a leech competition where we put leeches on our face and basically we weighed them beforehand and we weighed them afterwards to see who took the most, and I won that.
Oh, got it. Of course, yeah.
There was loads of random things. There was one where I had one of the funniest ones was my wife was actually in my girlfriend at the time was actually in America on a gap year when the show was being aired in the UK, and I got asked to. Yeah, this is how it was. So her dad came over to support us, and we all sat around the telly when it was being aired for the first time, like my TV show on the telly on Channel 5, and it's like, and up next, you're in guinea pigs. Like,
but that was a good feeling, though. Yeah,
it was so good. And basically, her dad come over to watch. So it was this little living room in our old house back when I lived with my parents, and I was almost sitting on my girlfriend's dad's lap. It was really, really close, and everyone was loving it, and it was a bit silly. And basically, they did this one stunt in there where we all had to drink basically a pint of, or basically an alcoholic drink I think it was every 15 minutes. And then they just basically tested us and filmed us and saw what happened. And obviously, we all got drunk and acted stupid. And And the camera went right up in my face. And I went, Dan, tell us about your girlfriend. And I'm sitting right next to her dad. And she was in America. And I was like, I love Joanne. I think she's lovely. She wants like 5 kids, but I don't want any. And I was just like, and women, they need like comfort and rubbish. And men don't need that. And I was just really going off on one. I was so drunk. And I was just like, the most embarrassing I'd ever been. It's literally sitting next to my wife's dad, my girlfriend's dad at the time.
Yeah.
And then they pulled away, and the narrator said, just so everyone knows, everybody in this room is drunk except for Daniel, who's been drinking nothing but non-alcoholic beer all night long. They just wanted to see if I felt drunk, and actually I wasn't drunk.
Oh, so it's some of the psychology of
yeah. So
no,
yeah.
so it's almost like suggestive, like it's almost like you think you're gonna be, so you just do.
Yeah, but it's okay because the next morning we all went out to sea, and they were testing seasickness on us, and I was the only one that wasn't.
All right.
So.
Did you not even start to think to yourself, well, I feel all right, really? Did you not start to like?
It took me so long to get drunk compared to everyone else.
Oh, so you just thought it was just taking a while.
What they kept doing, it was really clever actually. They had a pint. My pint, and they went, you ain't getting drunk enough, Dan, we're going to put vodka in your drink, like that. And I was like, fuck it, do it, I ain't even drunk. And then they literally got bottles of vodka and were like pouring it in, but it was water. So they were pouring water into my non-alcoholic beer,
obviously. Yeah.
And I was like, oh god, ooh, there was nothing in it.
So you was having to put it on a bit then, was you?
No, I wasn't. That's the thing, I generally believed it.
I see.
I think by the end of it, I was so sick of drinking that amount of beer, because I think beer gets so gassy and horrible after a couple of pints.
Yeah.
But no, there you go. That's me.
Yeah, I didn't even know that till this evening. There we are.
Not many people do, but yeah, man.
That's decent. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And if I see any footage of you, I'm going to be like, I know that guy.
You can see me with long hair in it, man. I've got some like funky long hair in it.
Like Pat Sharp.
It comes down to like here. I look like almost Krusty the Clown-esque.
Oh, wicked. That is awesome, man. Oh, I've just had a quick one from Pez Charlie as well. Been a fun stream. I might stream tomorrow on Twitch, but I haven't decided completely yet, so check it out if you're free. Twitch is actually pretty decent. I tried it once. Couldn't really work it very well. But if you've got the patience for it, Twitch is another good service that's available that people can use. So that sounds decent, man. If I'm around, definitely. That sounds cool. But yeah, I would definitely check that out, mate. Definitely will do. Cool. Awesome stuff. Thank you.
It's 1:30. I did not expect to start this late.
You know what, mate? I didn't. I think because we were going from one topic to the next, and we were like, well, we finished on that topic. Oh, let's talk about this, and it's all exciting stuff that we're interested in, and you just get carried away. I honestly was meant to go till about midnight at the very latest, so yeah.
There we go.
Do that. I'll be honest. Hang on. That's quite a story. You're going to have to YouTube that. Oh, yeah, Pez Charlie was listening, weren't he? He was like, that is quite a story. I'm going to have to YouTube that, so I think he might do. Human guinea pigs. Have a look.
Yeah, I've just chucked you over the link as well. I've sent it to Stephen Richards as well. I think he's still listening. He's just giving me a thumbs up.
Yeah, well, I've just gone up to 3 viewers again. I had 2 viewers for absolutely ages. It's gone up to 3. Oh no, it's gone back down to 2 again. There we go. I think Pez Charlie's jumped off. Oh,
dude, I have actually got to go to bed right now. This is insane. I'll have a good one, mate, and I will catch up with you very soon.
Sorry,
about our little project we're doing.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll let you go because sorry, dude.
No, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, thanks for jumping on as always. I'll speak to you soon. I'll let you know what I think of your other stuff.
No worries, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too, mate. I'll let you go.
Later
on, mate. Later on. Cool. So that's Dan gone, guys. There's 2. Well, Dan's just jumped off, and there's still 2 viewers apparently. I don't know if Pez Charlie's still there, and if there's possibly someone else as well, because 2 viewers will mean there's obviously someone else out there watching, whoever you happen to be, guys. I know there's 2 of you watching, but in case anyone happens to watch this back for whatever reason and happens to catch this last bit, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you that jumped on tonight and made my own personal live streams so fun, so interactive, and just a great laugh. It really does mean a lot. You know, guys, if you've subbed to me since, again, thank you very much. If you're liking or joining the Facebook groups, the CDI Realm or the CDI Appreciation Group, again, thank you very much indeed. My Facebook, again, is facebook.com/gaming369. Really hope you've enjoyed the live streams tonight, both parts, or even one or two if you happen to just catch the one. Been doing as much gameplay as I could. I hope the footage was okay. It wasn't meant to be brilliant because it was only a live stream. It wasn't a fully professional gameplay vid anyway. Yeah, I hope that came across okay regardless. I hope you've enjoyed the discussions. I hope if you've not seen any of the Philips CDI systems before, it's enticed you to go and do more research and get more info on them. Especially the Odd Pod is a good example. I've enticed him to go and buy a game for it, and other people that might even go and look at the system in a bit more detail now. So thank you so much, guys. Pez Charlie, you're still here apparently. Mate, thank you so much. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go so that you can go. If I keep talking, you're going to stay. I know as much as I appreciate that and I appreciate your support, mate, you need sleep and I need sleep. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Again, it's been so much fun. It really, really has. And to chat to some awesome guys on here tonight has been so much fun. It's felt like I've been hosting something on TV. Not that I'm trying to get ahead of myself or anything. But yeah, I am now suddenly feeling really, really tired. In total, I've been recording now for sort of over 5 hours now, almost 5.5 hours. And that is insane. That really is insane. But it's been 5.5 hours of so much fun. So thank you guys for tuning into my Philips CDI live stream. I know it's a bit of a specific topic to cover, so it's not going to appeal to everyone. And yet I had about 8 or so people that joined in at any one time as well. So guys, you're all awesome. Thank you so much. If you do happen to be watching this back after it's been filmed, thank you for taking the time to watch it. Otherwise, I'll see you all very soon, I'm sure. If you want to check out my channel, as always, Dancentralz, I'm always uploading videos on there. I don't know when I'll next do a stream again. I don't know if I will. If you've enjoyed this stream and you do want me to do another one, let me know. Feel free to post either underneath this, that I'll probably see after I finish recording, or post on my Facebook, or post on my YouTube channel in general, in the comments section. Just let me know. If you want me to do another stream, even say next week, why not? I'll do one. Sounds good. Let me know though. If not, it's not a problem either. I don't mind either way. So if you want one, let me know, and I might even do another one next week on a different topic. Oh, excuse me. So thanks very much, and I will see you all very, very soon. Pez Charlie, thanks for the stream, man. I'll catch you later. I'll catch you later too, man. Have a great rest of your evening. Get some sleep. Enjoy the rest of your week. And have a great weekend as well, mate. Thank you very much. And to everyone else out there as well. I think there's another viewer somewhere. Thank you so much for taking time out of your evening to dedicate it to my show. It really does mean a lot. So thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you at some point, whether it's a live stream, you never know, or just another video on my Dancentralz channel. Thank you so much. And I'll see you very, very soon. Take it easy, guys. And for me, and for my CDI systems, and my CDI games, and everything else, see you soon. Take it easy.